Hello, hello. We are live. We got a really good battle coming at you tonight. It is Robert Jodsaas versus Brandon Forar. Robert's a 577. Brandon's a 585. Winner gets to play Andrew Slosher in the finals, so could be a good one. Looks like it's looking like Brandon might have won the leg. They're both looking at their tips like they have to. Yeah, RJ is putting his cue down, so Brandon is racking. It's a race to 11. Slate Billiard Club. I got Mike Pancake with me.
Hi, Dave.
And winner gets to play next Sunday night at 7 o'clock for all the cheese. So this is a big match, big money match. They're like $1,000 swings now,
What night?
at this part.
Sunday night?
Sunday night at
Okay.
7 o'clock
Okay.
is the finals.
All right, here we go. I just went out there, told him the lag. Looks like Brandon won the lag. And I had to turn down the music. I don't know if I turned it down all the way. It does make a difference, right?
Yeah.
Some people might wonder why it's off.
So that was Brandon that broke.
Lost it in the side. Good break, though. This looks like the one balls at 114 are the only real problems. It's a long set, so hopefully, I remember a line Jack Nicklaus said. Somebody asked him a question like, how'd you feel going double bogey on the first hole? And he said, well, on averages, that means that it won't happen again. So let's see if that holds up on this breaking. You never want to scratch, but if you do, I'd rather it be the first game. Yeah, I'll pull it up on YouTube too. We'll probably get some chat going. I'll say hello to my mother out east. I know she's probably watching. She knows when I start yapping away on the internet. He's trying to solve that problem right away. Watch the hit here if he follows this. I'm curious how he's going to hit this here. Watch the follow through. These are tough little shots. Okay, nice shot.
So does he have the angle to break the one?
Well, he's committed to it. What I like is the stop shot on the 5 in the corner, and that gives the angle on the 6 to go into it.
Okay.
So if he could shoot the 5 right now and just hold that angle for the 6 and bump into it that way.
Yeah, I think he's realizing now he might not be able to do what he wanted.
Now, don't get confused. That ball in the middle that he was just gesturing at is the 4 ball. We are not using the pink 4. We're using the purple 4, and the purple and the black look an awful lot alike. So let's see here. Is this it right now? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we already have 20 people watching. No messages yet. So it looks like I just got my technology figured out. My phone's up. If you guys want to shoot any chats, I will peek every once in a while. See what's going on. Looks like
6 running into the 1.
Yep, he got it. And
Nice.
he tickled the 1 very nice, or the 14, so the 1 is free now.
Gosh, you still got to shoot the 1 right now, right?
You have to.
Yep.
Because you're already on it, and there's no way you're going to get your cue ball in that exact spot without getting hooked on that 13 next time. So just make the 1. It's a huge hole because that stripe is there. So all he has to do is shoot this down. He can even rub the long rail, and it's still going to go. And play speed shape for the 5. Slow roll. Oh, he punched it. and win across for the 5. That's not bad. It's just a longer shot. I thought he'd roll it. Let's see how he shoots, how confident he is. This is game 1. We got the score all figured out. What about the graphics? We got graphics this time. Okay, so
We got graphics, and I got
the overhead. Okay.
the overhead's good. I got the score.
He's gonna shoot this 4. Oh, we caught a little bit fat. It's okay. These guys could stretch out. It's game 1. Stripes looks like tic-tac-toe. I would want to get that 11 off the table ASAP. That's in one of my danger zones if I were to analyze a table. I also don't like that 10 where it is right now, under the 8 ball, because you got to get down low with a specific shape for that. So I'd play for the 11 and the 10 ball, both balls right now.
Yep.
He could just play, if he doesn't want to stroke this, he could just play the 14 down by the corner and, short side shape on it.
If you're just joining us, race to 11. Winner goes to the finals against Andrew Schlosser for all the money next Sunday. A week, or this Sunday.
The 13th, I believe that is.
Yeah, this coming Sunday,
Yep.
7 o'clock.
And that's perfect because my daughter flies in that night, and I can go straight from here to the airport because I think she gets in at midnight.
Nice. So sounds like Pancake will be joining us that night too.
Yes.
Please thank him in the chat because I'm not a solo guy here. Brandon came in and practiced for 4 hours. I'm sure RJ's from St. Cloud, so he probably practiced up there. And so,
When did Brandon come in?
Couple days ago, maybe
okay.
on Saturday.
Huh.
I happen to know he hit the brake a bunch of times.
And they played on this table, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, he played by himself, just
Yep. Yep. He's coming over this 10 ball or 14 ball. He wanted to come over for that 9, it looks like. Okay, it's for game 1. He's going to get his confidence going. And these guys just got out of the car, fresh out of traffic.
We all came like within 10 minutes of right the start.
Yeah.
Except for Mike. He was practicing.
Yeah, I don't stop hitting balls.
He's got How do you get better? You hit 1,000 shots a day. That's it. There's no secret.
The hardest part of working out is fitting in the naps because I get exhausted from doing it.
Yeah, he's good for 250 shots, and then he takes a nap. I'm gonna have to get him a futon in here.
Well, we got league tonight, so I might have to play.
So this is RJ at the table. If you know him from up there, share the stream to his people so they can watch it.
Yeah, he's trying to swing the cue ball. He's really focused on this one because this cue ball is going to travel a ways here. It's going to go a good 9 feet. Watch this cue ball. 1. And that table is tough to manage the speed. They're going to figure that out over the next few innings. It rolls about an extra 6 inches to a foot, it seems like, on gentle shots. Because the balls are so clean and this table, every cloth is a little different. For some reason, this table just rolls. See what he does here. If he back cuts this 5, he could, or is he going to play it in the side or back cut it to the corner by the 14? Yeah, he's going to the side. That's what I was worried about. That 14 made that hole awfully big.
So what's your pattern here? You got ball in hand. 8's got a little bit of cover, The other balls, I kind of don't like them, even though they seem like, oh, easy out, just get down here, but I don't know. I don't know if
That's a good question.
I think I shoot the ball that's on the on the end rail, and I try to like move the 8 because I'm gonna have shape on all them balls up table, right? Get the 8 up into a more playing area. I don't know.
Can we try an overhead view? Because I think what he's doing here, he's going to shoot this 10 ball. Somehow he's got to get on that 8 ball. What I might do is shoot the 10 and just brush the 8. Give it a good punch.
Yep.
And then if I don't get shape on the 14, which is what I'm probably going to shoot for, I'd just play safe. No, he tried to tickle it. See that?
He did.
I think he did.
Yep. He wanted to bump it a smidge.
Yep. Now he's got the. If he's going to keep
Smart
trying
play,
to run,
Brandon. Yep.
11 balls the shot. Now the 4 ball is covered, so he doesn't have to panic here. He can just stretch out and relax.
Or play safe.
Yeah, he could. I'm not going to recommend that as often.
No. I happen to know you recommended that quite a few times
Yes.
the last match.
Yeah, 9 ball. The biggest thing is he wants his cue ball where the 9 ball is right now. He wants it off the rail about 5 inches so he can bridge real easy. He came up a little straight. See how he came up a little further? Now he's got to stroke this ball.
Yeah, I still like going all the way to what on the screen would be the lower or upper right cornered up in there. Shoot, you know what I mean? Kind of try to land up in that corner. I don't stay in the middle of the table here. I like to go down in the
Yeah, where his chalk is.
Yep, where the chalk is.
Right in between those 2 pieces of chalk is where he wants to be. And it looks like he's going to the top chalk. Will he get under the 4?
Ooh.
This is bankable, but I think it's kissing.
And the reason I want to be down in that corner is to take that 4 out of play. I got to take a thin cut on the 8. I got to take a thin cut on the 8. I want a shot on it.
Does this go?
It looks like he might
It does
fire
go.
it in like gravy. Good shot.
Nice shot. Okay, so game 1 is in the books. Nice out there, Brandon. And when I say they came straight out of traffic, there was some hay fire or something. I guess
really?
there was a major. Not only do we have brutal construction traffic on 94 and whatnot, which is one of the arteries coming into Slate here in St. Paul, but there was also a major accident with some fire. Okay, he had the first break. He lost it into the right-hand side. Let's see if Dave does his zoom-in skills here. I'm sorry. I'm letting him behind the curtain too much, huh? Okay. See if he hits the head ball here. Looks like he's not going for the second. He's going for the head ball. Oh, he did go second ball. Okay, that was just my eyes. Spread real nice, but I didn't hear anything drop. No, all 15 are on the table.
What do
so,
you like here?
well, that 12-10 doesn't seem to be a problem, but it could be. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it up close. The 7 ball is covering a bunch of stripes. So the solids look better just because of that 7 ball and the 2 ball and the 1 ball. Yeah, there's really no problems with solids. I kind of like the combo right away. And
6-7 combo, maybe draw back a little bit for the
For the
shot.
4.
The 4 on the side.
Yeah, but soft enough so the 6 stays put if it doesn't go in.
Right, as square as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, as square as you can hit it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to draw back much for the 4. You can go all the way down to
Just
the
stop
1.
right
Yeah.
before the spot. That's what he's doing. Nice shot. He does have shape on the 4, and the 6 he can come back to. I think he didn't want to lose his cue ball under the 10 there,
Yeah.
but he's okay. The 4 goes on the side. If he commits to running out, he might say, no, he's going to run out. 4 on the side. Wow.
Drained it.
Yep. Now he can save the 6 for the key ball if he wants. He could save the 3 to the 6 for the, because that if he gets that steep angle, he can come right up for the 8.
You just got to get good on the 2 ball somehow. I think I'm shooting all these shots just to get good on that 2 ball. That's the
5-1-2 here. Yeah, you're right. He's got to get a good angle on this one. You almost want to come under the one. So, he's going to go steep on it. And see, I was thinking about coming under and then go to the side rail in between the 2-8 with the cue ball.
So do you go between, 2 rails between the 2-14, or do you draw this back 2 rails to the, the 9 ball area?
I'm probably, for the money, I'm going to the 9 ball with my cue ball at about that speed.
Yep. Straight 1 rail, straight off the end.
Unless I can go 2 rail in between the 2-8. If that's an easy 2, like I see it and it's no problem, I'm definitely doing that. The cue ball 2 rails in between the 2-8.
I think he can put like a lot of top left on this and go right at the 9, 2 rails. Oh, he went back.
I really like that if he gets shape here. That was smart because it was always in line.
Good shot. Yep.
And
that one's like,
Robert.
I play a lot of top. He shot a really good draw shot there. Wow.
Yeah.
So he came to play. That he gets to loosen his stroke up a little bit on that shot.
And let me tell you, that shot on this table with these slick conditions, that was not, that was really well controlled for game 2. I see my chair, my throne is gone.
Yeah. Ooh, good shot. So he got his problem ball down. A little bit of a tester, but he can, just go to the side rail, straight follow on this, and doesn't need shape, just needs to put this one down. Early in a match, like it's game 9, this isn't that bad of a shot, but game 1 or 2,
I thought he played the proper route here on everything.
I do too.
That whip draw shot was scary to me, but he hit it so good. That's too bad. It was a good out.
I would agree with you here. We have to play safe.
Because you got just because of the 12-10.
Yeah, and then you can maybe make one of them or do something, with ball in hand to get rid of them. But I don't think I try to go here.
Yeah.
You could shoot.
He's got to get rid of that 3 ball. How do you make that 3 ball right now? Bank the 13 into it? No. I want to get rid of that 3. Otherwise, I got to bury him right up on the 8 ball in order to protect from a kick. Even that, he could kick it in.
What about doing a 1 pocket shot, thinning the 13, hitting the left side rail, and then hitting the 6 towards your 2
That's a good
stripes?
shot.
You know what I mean? Because then the cue ball's down there too, and
I like that.
dude would have to play a 3 ball combo to beat you. Then if you can get in there, and it's just a little tippy shot. You just have to hit the right thickness of your object ball.
This is frustrating him because he knows he's a huge favorite because he's got all these balls on the table, but it's awkward.
It's a chess move right now.
He's doing your shot,
but maybe he plays 1 pocket, and we should have invited him over earlier.
Okay, well let's see if he's buried on the rail and the 6 with Mickey Mouse on him.
Yep, he's doing it.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think he left him.
He wanted to hit more of the 6 though. I want to hit that ball like full. He kind of
watch the hit here. This is he feels like he left him a shot, and he might have, but this is not a hanger.
I think you could legally elevate and draw this in, and then jump the 3 in. But I don't know about following it out of here.
So in your pool career, how many times have you shot this into the side and drew the cue ball right into the corner pocket?
Guilty of all of the negative shots in pool.
Yeah. I've done that.
The learning curve is real, man.
Oh, he's going forward. Let's see if it's a good hit.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it was a good hit. Tough shot. Those are the ones that I always talk about, those side pocket ones. Okay, now I'm shooting the 10-3 combo and ducking them into the 13-15 because there's.
Yep.
you know.
Yep. As soon as you get past that corner, I mean, it's like a scratch shot for him to like go
Yep.
for it. And
He might be thinking about just getting out if he can get that 15 by in the 8, but I don't think he can. So play the 10-3 combo.
yeah, I just
Don't-
can't risk that here.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that 12 is situated, if he shoots the 10-3 combo, the cue ball might run into the 12 and might be hard for him to tuck in there. He might tuck him right on the 13 right now. Just a little stop shot draw, like 4 inches into the 13.
Or is he going? Is he going?
Well, if he's going, I'm impressed if he makes this. This is a tough shot. Yeah, he is going. On this table, that's a tough shot. Tight pockets here. But
Yeah.
he did cover that hole on the 8 now. So maybe that's what his thinking was, hey, at least if I miss.
It's up there, tucked
Yep.
in. Got
Yep.
the 8 a little,
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he can come get a good angle on this 6 to float left, after the 3-ball shot.
Yep. I think he's shooting the 6 right now. No?
No, yeah, he might be.
Well,
I like
he might
shooting
scratch it.
I like shooting the 3 and then giving myself an angle to go right at the 14 ball.
Do you see the line where just to the right of the cue ball where it is right now? He has to be on that side of the line so he doesn't have a scratch angle. So watch out! Stop!
Oh,
See what I mean? Now he's on that scratch angle,
yeah.
and it's a little further away than it was.
He can still make this work. What does he cut it in the side, right? Or do you shoot it in the upper right and draw
Off the point and hope for shape for the 8. I'm actually going to bank it in the upper left corner and draw over for the 8 up into the.
just to leave it tucked in?
Yeah, he went
Made
for the
it.
same
Good
shot.
shot.
Wow. I guess there was plenty of room.
Good shot.
Well, do you go all the way down or do you try to sneak this into the side? I'm going all the way
The
down.
reason I'm going all the way down is because then that ball sitting there next to it really isn't in play. You don't have to worry about your bridging neck. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just one more. I don't know.
He's walking it off. Now we're packed in here tonight. We're overbooked. We got 4 league teams, and then we've got this tournament match. So he's just waiting on. I believe that was Scott. See if we can make it 1-1 here, Robert. All the way down. Oh, he swished it. Nice shot. That's a confidence builder.
Yep, let me mark the score here. He tied it up.
Okay, here we go. This is the first break we're seeing from Robert tonight. And he's got a different approach here. He's going head ball on the other side of the table. Ooh, nice work, Dave. A little early. Oh, look at that cue ball. Nice control.
Nothing fell, I don't think.
Yeah. All 15 are on the table. So what do we think here? Probably the first thing that stuck out was stripes, but I'm trying to reduce solids. That 7-2 is in a weird spot.
Yep, got to go stripes here. So the 11 is your tough ball. Maybe go 9 to the 11 right here.
Which one's the 8-ball? The one in the side pocket?
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, that's...
No, you're wrong. I'm wrong. 8-ball is the one down by the
Okay.
5 there.
Okay. Well, in that case,
That changes a little bit.
yeah, what I might do is I might shoot the 15 and get shape for the 11-4 combo and just play safe. Or make the 9, I would wait. Look out. Okay. He could make this 11-4 combo and bring his cue ball down by the piece of chalk up in their upper left there. Or by the 13-14. So you'd shoot the 11-4 combo and then you'd brush what looks like the 12 ball down. Your cue ball would go down there. He's going to play the 9 now. I don't blame him. It's the closest shot, and now he's got a better opportunity to run out. It looks like that's the decision he's made. So 11 ball stop shot maybe? And then 12 in the other corner, upper right corner. I think this is just a stop shot. Let's see if he has to manipulate his cue ball by like a half a ball just to get the right angle. Well, he rolled up. Okay, so that's a good shot. He's on the 13, real nice. And that 13 should go through. I'm going to change the angle here so you can see it. 13 goes through, and then we could shoot the 14. And on one of these shots, like the 14, if you can get an angle where you can brush the 8 open a little bit more, that would be nice. 13 to the 14 here. And you don't want to get on the rail. Okay, I don't know if he's steep enough here to get into that 8. He might have to just play shape for the 10 underneath. I think he's got enough angle.
I muted it. There's 2 advanced teams that say they play at a Slate 2 out there. I didn't know we had an advanced team.
Yeah, Charlie.
No idea, but
Yeah.
everybody's out. Dude, it's a wound room out there right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Let's just keep going with this. Don't worry about it.
Let it play it out.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he was digging into that ball to come over for this 12, and he got perfect on it. If that 8 goes by into the corner that he's standing by, if that 8 goes in, then he's got no problems here. He wants to drift forward and get a perfect angle. I would just play a stop shot and let the cue ball zigzag on the 10 ball. Make sure you get shape on it here. Looks like he wants to go forward. Now he's gambling a little bit on fitting into that window in between. His cue ball's got to travel in between the 3-6 if he picks this route. He might go up off the rail and up into it. He might firm this. Make sure it gets there. Oh, he whacked the 6 ball with his cue, so I've done this a few times in my life. It's no big deal, but it's up to the discretion of the incoming player to pick whether you put it back where it was, and that's what he decided to just leave it. And I could see why. He's got a straight in 6 ball. So unfortunately, he whacked the 6 ball that was in a weird spot into a favorable spot. So yeah, that happens all the time. It's not a foul. It would have been a foul if the 6 hit the 3. I didn't see it. I think it happened so quick. I didn't even actually see it happen. I just know that his cue touched the 6. I didn't, so, but anyway, it's all resolved. He left it there. Now he's got the 2 ball. Looks like he can come over for the 6 and take care of the 6 right now after the 2. And I don't know if he got low enough. I'm going to look at the overhead. Looks like he's got to play the 1 ball. Maybe that's what he was trying for. I thought he was going for the 6-3. Okay, and he's trying to come back now for the 6-3, and he got in the exact same spot. Sometimes that's just the way the pool gods work. So he's going to play the 3-6 combo, and I like this because it's a soft shot. He can play it with ease, and he'll have natural shape if he just plays a soft rolling ball, because that 3 ball will be right where that piece of chalk is after the combo is made. And the 6 will go in. The 3 will end up where that chalk is. He just gestured to it, and his cue ball will just drift forward. The only thing I would be thinking about is do not jack myself up on that 10 ball. Make sure I drift forward where I give myself a nice bridge. And that's all speed control. And to be honest, I'd be playing for both the 3 and the 5 shape on either one. So I'm not hitting this hard at all. I'm hitting it super soft. Try to stop before the 10 ball. Looks like he's winding up though. He might just shoot it with confidence. More curious of what'll happen to the cue ball if he uses that approach. Okay. So I kind of like that because if he knew it was going to hit the 10 like that, I kind of like that. But I'm not running into balls if I can avoid it. But it might have been severe enough angle where he had to do that, so I like that decision. 5 ball looks like it goes. And where's the cue ball going? Oh, he drew it back up. Look at this shot. Okay, now this one might be the hardest shot of the last few. There was a few good shots there. This one right here, though, is tough because of the cue ball, and he's gesturing right there. He's trying to avoid the scratch. So, and look at how big that side pocket looks from that angle. You know, when he plays he'll play a little left English, stunning kind of a draw, just barely low of a ball. Because if he goes too low, it'll go right into the side. Just make the ball and it'll come out. These tables playing fast enough. Okay, tough shot. That's what I meant by this was the toughest shot. I mean, that was not a hanger. Those are the ones you'd actually go set up on your home table and practice for 2 hours. Because those are not basic. That the way you had to hit that had to be super accurate. Let's see here. Clip this ball and come up to middle table if he can. If he almost wants to be steep on this stripe by the 3 because so that the cue ball can avoid the 3. You don't want to get too flat on it and run into the 3. So I like how steep he is here. Now you can go around the table 2 rails up to center table for the 8 ball in the same or that corner pocket that it's nearest. Play a little lower left here and just draw it to control it so you can put a nice stroke on it. It'll whip 2 rails out. The second rail will hit right where the piece of chalk is. And it'll come up to center table. See if he digs in and stays down on his shot. Some people will hit this with inside English because there's enough angle here. You'll miss the 3 and you'll put a lot of right English on this cue ball and check it upwards to the middle of the table. That's a tough shot, though, because you got to factor in a little more deflection. Yeah, nice stroke, right by the chalk, center table. He whipped it a little too hard. That's okay. He's got a shot, but you see what happened there, how tight that got, and that's the humidity. See if he stays down here. Tough shot. Straight in on the 8. Yeah, that's a tough shot. Anytime you're on the rail like that, you feel like you got a little 1-inch poke stroke. It's real tough to be accurate on those. Sometimes you get your fingers or your wrist get involved and it twists it. Okay, pretty routine finish here for Robert. That'll put him up 2-1. Again, we're at a $5.99 and under. This is a semifinal. We're in the final. 3 players. One semifinal has already been decided last Tuesday. Andrew Slosher prevailed against Gary Neudecker. Great match. These two, Robert and Brandon, are playing for the other spot in the finals. It's been a fun little tournament. It's taken about a month. Started with 32 players, raced to 11, every single one of them. They've been 3-4 hours. Some of them have been as little as 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes. But long match, usually the player that's playing better that night wins. But there have been a few hill, and it comes down to the wire. Let's see what happens here with the break. He's going to pound the red 3 up front. And he controlled his cue ball. Excellent. If I remember right, he had a sledgehammer of a break last time I watched him play. But these guys are hitting them pretty good, and they're just not getting the results on the balls going in. These guys are perfectly capable of breaking, running racks, but sometimes when you're stretching out in the beginning of a long set, you can't seem to get into a rhythm. You're both trying hard. Nothing's going on the break. Once these guys get comfortable, we'll see if they figure out a break and put a few together. But during this tournament, I haven't seen too many break and runs, and it tells you how tough the conditions are. And this heat of this month has been astronomical, so we're dealing with a lot of conditions for Minnesota standards. He chose solids. Looks like he's going to come over for this 6-ball next. 6 balls in the middle of the table. It'd be nice to get rid of it. He doesn't want to get trapped under that 15 on the rail. So you see what I mean? He could use a little right English here. Since he's using a bridge, maybe he won't use any English. He'll just come up and run into the 11, maybe even if he's just using a bridge. Speed is everything here because he's cutting this pretty thin, so his cue ball is going to maintain everything.
Well, crisis averted out there. We only have 4 league teams here, not 6.
Okay.
Everybody was, it was just the advanced players playing on all the 9-footers. Like all of them.
Well, there were 2 of them in the corner. I just said, since we were overloaded, I was like, let's just play on these and get these guys playing.
Mm-hmm. Is Brucky coming tonight?
Mm-mm.
No.
He's probably working on his golf game. You know how it is. It's July, what is today, the 8th? Yep. Okay, 5 balls, tough shot here, but I think he wants to get rid of it. He's going to run into this 14. I'll worry about the white, what happens to the cue ball. That's not a bad result because he's got the lower pockets here, or those upper pockets there covered now. And Robert comes to the table with really a tough 11 ball. I don't know what he's got here. You might want to play safe here. What do you see for a safety? When you're done eating, I'll ask you.
Why do you ask me when I got a full mouth of Snickers?
Yeah. Might want to play safe here. Play the 12 into the 4-3. Hopefully the 3 goes, and draw into the 5, and the 5 goes, and the cue ball will be sitting in the jaws. Blast those balls out. I don't know if he can do it though, jacked up close to the rail like that. Looks like he's rolling forward. So he had the right idea in the sense that he created a problem. I was trying to get rid of that 5 while creating that problem. Now he could play, if they play a little mental game here and have jockey around with safeties, what do you like here? He could do some damage here with the 4-12 combo. Stick him on the 7. Just roll forward, cutting the 4 at the speed where the cue ball comes off the rail, above the 3 off the rail, right onto the 7. And hopefully the 12 goes. Hit it in a way where the 12 goes. Maybe it comes off the bottom of the 3 even. What? Oh, he's calling the 5 ball, so he's going to play a bank shot. He wants to free up that 7. He's opening that 10 ball if it doesn't go. Well, I respect him for trying that. I love bank shots. It would have been cool to see that one go. He fired at it, though. We was kind of hoping what would happen after it went.
I think he knew the 9-13 were tied up.
Yeah.
So he kind of had, like, I can end this game on this
gamble,
shot.
Gamble right now. Yep.
I don't mind that shot. I don't mind these king-size Snickers you accidentally bought either.
Good. You might want to share one here.
I don't know.
So I lost track here. Is he shooting stripes right now?
Yep. RJ's at the table.
No sense in shooting that 15 yet. It'd be nice to break, but he's going to if he can break those out. So if he can break them out right here. Oh, he was working for a better angle to break these out. Let's see if he gets out here. This is no, I mean, this is pretty high level out if he can get on that 10 ball and solve that problem after he solves this problem right here. Okay, he just missed it. That doesn't mean he's done. He could shoot this bank shot. He got in the perfect bank position where he could just go straight fall or draw even. Just to severely cut that 13, and he can bank that in. Don't know if he loves bank shots though. Maybe he just tickles it and opens them up and puts his cue ball behind it. Oh, he's banking. He called it. Now, if you're wondering what the safe is, you could just hit this slow roll to the bottom, or that 13, and just open them up and just put your cue ball on the 13. going for it though. Let's see. Okay, now the solids are wide open. So it's go time for Brandon here. Does he shoot the 7 right now because it's as good a shape as he probably, well, maybe he could get it for a side shape too after he shoots his 4. 4 to the 7, save the 3 and the 5. 6 you gotta solve. Get an angle on the 7 so you can get on the 6.
What about top left right now? Get on the 6 or no?
Yeah.
Too much angle maybe, or?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it would have been too much left. I think, okay, this is perfect. He can do a stunning draw, and it just comes over for the 6. So his cue ball will be coming to the right side pocket almost. Just a little draw. Yeah, real nice. And he got perfect angle so he could draw.
Perfect.
Now he could play, what I would do is try to miss that 15 or 11 ball and draw, get on both the 3 and the 5 just so you have an option. Okay, he's just playing for the 5. That's fine. What I said would probably be stupid. Sometimes I'm thinking out loud with no filter. So he's got to hit this softer than he thinks, because that 10 ball becomes huge if he clips this too thin. So just a softie. Nice. Good speed there. Took the 10 out of play by hitting it at that speed. Now he can just twist it upward for the side pocket. It's a little softy with a lot of left English. You just do a little spinner, like spinning a top. He decided to cut it clean, make the ball. Unfortunately, got a little rub on that 10. This goes on the side. I predict he'll make it. Most people will make this ball, I think. His cue ball is scary, though, because that 11 ball and the corner pocket, what's going to happen off of that 8 here, that tangent line? It looks... Okay, the 11, it got on the other side of the 11. Good shot. Couldn't tell from that angle. It looked scarier. All right, we're back to 2-2. Race to 11. Tuesday night here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Slate Billiard Club. It's a private club. Monthly memberships, annual memberships.
I don't know if you answered them.
Yeah, for those listening out there that aren't from this area, we're in St. Paul, on the west side of St. Paul before you get to the city, just across the river from Minneapolis. And it's basement square footage in about a 500,000 square foot facility. We've got a little slice of it, like 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. And we have 6 big tables, 4 small tables, and we're just expanding in the back. Probably have some more. Okay, let's see what he does on the second ball break again. He's hitting the 11 ball, the red stripe. Oh, he launched it. Okay, so that's 2 scratches now. He's got to eliminate those. Again, it's a long set, so we're okay now, but he doesn't want to do that later when we get to Hill Hill, because that's what Dave wants, Hill Hill.
Welcome, Java from Virginia. Thanks for joining in.
Yep. Okay, he's go for an out here. This is wide open. That 7 ball is scary, though. What do you think here? Do you want stripes just because of that? Looks like he does. Is he shooting the combo here just because he couldn't get comfortable on that ball the way it was jacked up over it? Looks like he's going to shoot a soft combo and then just keep going with stripes. That 7 ball was just in a funny spot, and I disagree with this out. He already had made 2 stripes, so he's got 4 more balls to run and then the 8 ball. And they're all on this side of the table, which is smart. I believe the 8 ball's up there, right? That's not the 4. Yeah, okay. Now he just makes the 11. He's going to have to do the 14, it looks like, next. So he wants an angle so that he can come over. You want to cue ball just under the 5 here so that he can draw over for the 10. Okay, he came over by the 5 and he got a little bit straight. He needed to come a little bit further. So now he's got to go straight forward for short side shape, which is fine too. It might be exactly what he saw. That's what's scary. See, if he didn't come 1 more inch there, that would have been real steep. So he's fine. Let's see, will you go forward here or draw?
Forward.
I draw. Too many L drills. Yeah, I just instinctively draw that ball. That was the right shot, though. Following is what you usually do on a bar box. Guys got to have a lot of respect for these guys coming and showing their game on live stream. These guys work all day. They come through traffic playing. You're going to have a few errors. This is a 599 and under. This is arguably the greatest way to learn is when they can go home and watch this over again and see what they did. And I don't know about other players, or you, Dave, but when I watch, sometimes I'm very critical of myself, and I can learn a lot from it. You just see more when you watch it, you know?
I learned so much watching myself play. It's painful, but worth it.
Yeah. And that's kind of the concept here at Slate Billiard Club is where it's a training facility. It's members only. It's not a pool hall. There's not a bar or food or grill or anything. We have snacks and a lot of drink options, soft drinks and whatnot. But it's basically a place for players to come train. It's like another extension of your house. It's my living room. It's the way I put it.
So now I think he has to duck behind this 8 ball so that he can get ball in hand for the 7, because you don't want to just play shape for that and risk the game,
Or do you when it's 2-2? Maybe not if you're uncomfortable at hill, but you just play the 2 ball. You know what I might want to do is bank the 2 and try to hit the 7 and just stop shot it. Bank the 2, hit the 7 with it. Because that's an easier stop shot safe. Like if he plays safe.
Oh, and that's the 4, not the 8, I think.
Oh, hello.
Wow, that 7 is tucked in, though.
He could bank this too. And it's so short in the conditions right now, it'll probably hit the 7. Okay, he's playing the 4 on the side. And the cue ball will go. Oh, he hit it pretty good there. But how are you going to get that 7? He's wondering the same thing.
And if you're just joining us, Race to 11, winner of this gets to go to the finals this Sunday against Andrew Schlosser. This is a 32 bracket tournament, single elimination. They all paid $265 to get into the tournament. And the winner of this match goes to the finals.
Now this is kind of cool. He could play a slow roll 7-ball here and not leave much. Because I don't think if he plays a slow roll and his cue ball is right where the 7
I really
is
want to argue with you, but like he should have played safe 3 shots ago. But I like that he's going for it because, like, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
And eventually you just gotta believe I can run out. I'm just gonna run out, and he's got a really good look at this 7. Just put it in. Just put it in.
Well, what you're talking about is a difference in the psychology of playing for tournament versus money as well. Like, you see, he left him jacked up here. This is no
He didn't
gimme.
leave him nothing. He didn't leave him much. Yeah.
He can bank this straight back, though. It does fit by.
Is there any reason RJ can't just leave him down there? Does the combo play? Maybe just kind of tick your 10 over a little bit so it's in front of the hole, daring him.
I think the combo's just a little bit too easy for Robert's liking.
Okay, so he's maybe going to try to bank past this combo?
I think so.
One
maybe
rail,
cover the
kind
hole.
of cover the hole, maybe even float her in,
Play at a speed where the cue ball sits on the 8. And then if you make it, and now you're really in trouble.
I finally agreed with you playing safe, and then you didn't want them to play safe. I don't know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate with you. Java watching from Virginia. Yeah, I think the only one I know from that part of the country that I've kind of become friends with every time I see him at a tournament. We have a chat. Brandon Schuff, good player from out there. I don't know if you're familiar with him or in your area. He moves around a little bit in that part of the country. Played another guy named Adam Keeler. From out there. Anyway, back to the match. That was he's just saying go ahead and shoot this combo, isn't he? I thought he was going to, well,
Maybe he
didn't
tried
wanna
to just
bump
get
those
it in the
open.
way, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Maybe
yeah.
try to. But he ran into the 8, so he.
Well, if he uses draw, he should have shape because he's got to cut it in such a way where his cue ball is going to come off that left side rail and out to center table. Yeah, nice. So he didn't even need to come in at an angle at all. Good shot there. Now he's just steep enough where he might want to draw to the short side of the 8, but I think he can just make this and accept a longer shot. Just play to center table. I mean, that looks like there's not much angle, but there is. He might come and zigzag it across the table. Yeah, he did. And he protected his cue ball by doing that. Now he's got, he left the bank though. This bank is actually, Dave, watch this bank. These banks, I played on these bar boxes today, and I swear there's a 2-inch adjustment. It'll go short. If he shortens this too much, it'll hit the.
He can
upper
actually
point.
shorten this plenty
Yes.
because the table is
Yes.
plain.
Yes. It almost looks like it'll go long, but I have a feeling if he pounds this, it'll go right in the heart of the pocket. But by pounding it, you're taking about, I would guess about 2 more, you're going to shorten it about 2 more inches by pounding it because it compresses that rail. Just play almost a stop shot. You don't even need English, but I would use inside English if it looks. Can we look at the upper view? Yeah, he can shorten this. Use a little left English, stop shot-ish, pounded. No one wants to shoot a bank shot because knowing you're going to sell out the game. So he's putting his time in on it. Smart. Yeah, I see how it shortened.
You called it. You
Yep.
said he's going to shorten it up.
And because he was going to put all that action on it, he knows how to bank, obviously. He hit
Yep.
that really nice. But
He shortened that a lot without, without.
Yep. Yeah, and you see all that reverse on it? Well, part of that was because of the way it hit the point, but. Another tough shot. He's got to come with a straight-in toughie after you guys have been playing a little war here on Game 5. Nice shot. Now with the finish. Boy, this is going to be a war here. I think this is going hill today.
Did someone say hill?
And I believe, wasn't this the rack he just scratched on? Didn't he launch the cue ball on this was the rack?
Maybe.
So what a reward to be able to come back and finish. Nice. I didn't jinx him either. Good. Nice out, Brandon. Robert, don't worry about that bank shot. That's what you hit it really good. It was going on every other day, but today's humid. Yeah, I thought, well, if I play league tonight, I better hit a few balls on a bar box. So I practiced earlier, and that's what I was saying. I
You were
practiced some bank
noticing that
shots.
they were.
Yeah. And what's cool is it makes them more accurate once you know. You can shoot straighter into the hole.
Right.
So let's see what Brandon can do here on his break. He's scratched a couple times now, and let's see if he makes an adjustment. He's sticking with the exact same break, the same location off the table. He's going to aim at that brown stripe right under this green 6. Nice. And the cue ball is safe. Good spread, and he didn't leave a thing. Sometimes that's when you don't make a ball in the break, that's the second best result is you just leave nothing. Yeah, which stripe are you going to shoot, Robert? Looks like the 13 you could easily just shoot and put him back in the exact same spot. That's what I would fight to do. Let your opponent fight their way out of this. See if you can work on your speed control here. Put your cue ball exactly where it is now, right off the edge of this 13. Softy, just like that. See how it keeps rolling? It's not his fault. That was probably, well, I shouldn't say it's not his fault, but I mean that's the tendency of. So he probably hit that perfect on his home table that he plays on. He's just run a little further on shots like that. Okay, Java, I gotcha. Don't know Nathan. Okay, he's committed to stripes here. So let's talk about that 10 ball. Do you think it goes by the 5? Oh, it does go by the 5 into the corner.
Or off the 5 in the side.
Yeah, it could, yeah.
I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah. See, he's looking at it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And he ain't listening because we're not to that part of the delay yet.
So if he could use that 10 ball as his key ball But that would be tough to get shape on that. I don't think that's advisable because you'd be waiting till the end to get tough shape. But he's trying to free it out now. I think he was trying to bump that, trying to solve it. Now he's got decision time. Do I play safe? What are you doing, Dave? He'd
Safe.
I don't think he can see the 12, can he?
No. No.
He might be able to make that.
Yeah, he can make the 12.
He can make the, so he's probably going to make it.
Yeah.
And shoot for the shape on the 13. Wow, he could bump the 7.
What are we gonna do about the 10? Did we already figure that out? Like in the side, or does it go by? Does it go by?
Well, I think he's happy to see the 12, so he's shooting the 12. But I agree that 10 is going to become his next. Okay. 15 goes.
9 is kind of tough. Where do you want to be?
$15 to the 13.
All right, 15, 13, 3 rails, and you come off of the bottom side rail right like at the 1, and then you have shape on the 9. No, that doesn't work.
You could shoot the 15 in the upper right corner.
You can't go to the 10 here.
Goes 3 rails behind the 10. 1, 2, 3. Upper, side, lower.
That might be.
It'll be one hell of a stroke. Oh, he decided to play for the 13.
Okay.
Now he could go forward 2 rails.
He almost got to the 9 there. Man, if he would have just came a little more.
Yeah. I think he's deciding he's got a bank here. He's saying, do I have to just, if I'm going to go for this, maybe I bank it now. Because if I miss, then I got ammunition on the table covering that 3-7. You know, why shoot off this 13 when it's actually protecting those balls a little?
Could he bank the 10 to the upper left corner and
The
come
corner?
right at the 1? I don't know. He could be firing it.
Yeah, if he banks it into the side, then his cue ball's going to run into the 8 ball, and that's scary.
Right.
Unless he drew out of that position. Yeah, I might play it to the side with the draw. And to miss the 8, and then I got the 13.
Well, at least he's not just shooting off the 13, shooting it in and, I got another ball in,
Yeah.
because that doesn't help him right now.
Yeah, I think he's looking at your bank. Going in the
Kinda,
corner.
he would maybe. If he does that bank and gets shape on the 9, he could win the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 3-7 is tied up. He can kind of go here.
Okay. Crafty idea. He cut off all those options. He only gave him the 5 ball. So when he looks back on that, I know that he wanted to cover the cue ball with his 10, but at least he succeeded in giving only one option. So right now, Robert will shoot off that 5, and that's one piece of ammunition gone, because that 3-7 need to be resolved.
Yeah, and it's really hard for him to move forward off this 5. The points in play,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can make it, but really you kind of got to leave it right there for the 6 on the side, which doesn't help your problem balls.
I think he's going to slow roll this in there. He was protecting his cue ball so much he missed. It's okay. This is a tough little out with that 9 ball not going and the 10 ball trapped. It's not really trapped if his cue ball can get up table. But it looks like he's got another bank shot. 13 in the
What
corner.
about banking the 10 to the middle of the table and letting the cue ball go right down in and kiss the 8 by the side rail and just leave him right tucked in right there?
That would be real nice.
Because he'd have maybe, I don't know, maybe the 5 goes all the way past the 13, but I mean, you're not leaving him much. The 10's out in space in play, not in jail where it is now. Just kind of leave him frozen up on that 8. Shoot from there. You can beat me from there. You deserve it. He's called safe.
He's got a good looking cue. I wonder what he's playing with. That looks familiar. Yeah, did he do exactly what you said?
A little harder and he would have been
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And he's not listening because nobody would listen to me. And he doesn't have earbuds in. I'm not saying that what I say is what not to do, but, you know.
Well, what I liked about your idea there, if he had him jacked up real pinned on the 8.
Yeah, he needed to really one pocket tie him in. And
That is the 8, right?
yeah, the 5 goes, you know, but maybe not from. And either way, it's like you still got to get to your balls, and now all my balls are good. 2 ball. Here we go.
Yep. Side pockets are not easy. They got perfect on this because that cue ball will run right into the back side of the 7. I think it's a thin enough cut where he's going to come in under the 7, then get it on the way out.
Get it on the way out, which would be better, maybe.
Oh, he got it on the way in, barely. But it worked out nicer that way because now the 3 spit up to the side.
So I roll the 4 in now and get that 7 because it still only has that side. So let's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Roll this ahead, shoot the 7 in the side.
I don't think he likes that 4 because he's jacked up. But I like what you're saying. I think that's what I would do.
I mean, he looks really straight on the 4, you know what I mean? And you don't have to go forward much to have the rack.
Yep.
Good shot. So now it's...
Now don't tickle the 3 here.
Yeah.
Because that 3 will spit down into an ugly area if you do.
Yeah, 7, 7, 1, 3, 6.
Nice. Yep. Yeah, 7, 1, 3, 6. You're right.
Could you say that louder into the microphone?
Dave, you mapped this one out like a genius.
You can call the ducks all day.
Yeah. Well, look at this. Robert stretching out. And you know what? This puts us at 3-3.
Closer to Hill.
I'm not trying to jinx him, but I'm pretty sure he's out. I would bet a lot of money he is. This will put him at 3-3. Race to 11. Winner goes to the finals. They play Sunday night. 7 o'clock, you said?
7 o'clock.
So Sunday night, the winner of this will play Andrew Slosher. And Andrew's limping around with his leg and limping all the way to the finals, I believe. Played a great tournament.
Well, and Andrew's one of the players going to Iowa with us, so he'll be playing pool all weekend and, you know, on the big table too. So,
Yep.
So hopefully he comes back and in stroke. He is the last Slate player in the field, so I'm biased a little bit, that, you know.
I'm just teasing him because I know him. He's does a little cue work too. He's made some pretty cool looking cues lately.
Oh yeah, he's got talent.
It's always I think every pool player has a little hidden fantasy to have a lathe in their house and a nice little tool shop.
Yeah.
I do not have one.
You have one here at your house.
Yeah, that's true.
This is our house.
That's true. Okay, Robert. 3 ball. He likes the 3 up front. Almost lost his cue ball. Trying to make a ball for sure. And they just won't fall.
What do you like 2-5-7?
I definitely like solids because of that 7-10. Yeah.
And then maybe get the 6 and then get straight on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he went for the
Little
breakout,
bump,
and that's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can make this.
So really getting on
6
the
now,
8.
too, if you had
Getting
to.
on the 8 is the deal, huh? Because that 3 goes off the 14 if you're down table.
You could almost use the 3 as a key ball. 5,
Sure, get down in the, yeah.
5, 6, 1. That 1-4 would have to be dealt with. This is a tough shot too. He's jacked up. Nice swish. Rubbed it barely. Now he's got the 6 to the 4-1, and he can always use the 7 as a backup plan. Try to get on the 4 and the 1 though here. Either one. I kind of like the getting rid of that 1 ball. He's going to come off the rail, out the center table. He had a lot of English on that ball. Now he's got the 7 as a backup plan, but the 4 will go. So I predict he'll shoot the 4 here. And then he'll use the angle to play for the 7 next. Unless there's too much angle on this 4, he might have to shoot the 7. I don't think so, though. Yeah, he's looking at the 7, but 4 to the 7. I'd actually whip off the side rail up for the 7 and the 1, try to get on both of them. No sense in gambling, he said. I'm going to shoot the 7, but it's a tougher angle here. You're trying to slow roll it like that. Is he going to play the 1 into the 14?
Kind of like off the 3,
Yeah.
off the. I mean, that back cut on the 7 looks, pretty steep.
He might have to save the 1 for last and play for the 3 here. If he's going to cut this 7, he's got to hit it with a little stall shot so it kills off the bottom rail. And oh, okay, he drew over. I didn't know he could do that. Nice. Now he could play for the 1. But this is no hanger.
This is getting a little sketchy.
Because he almost wanted more angle, like closer to the rail.
I think I play the 3 off the 14 just to come off of that side rail and back to mid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That you could give it a little something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where he wants to be, straight in, right there. So about a foot past the side pocket.
Yeah.
You
Almost
see-
like you're gonna make it all the way up, but into the side rail a little bit.
Will he get a foot past? Okay,
Good
got
shot.
perfect. And he got the
Perfect.
angle to come over for
He
the
got
8.
perfect. Good shot.
Well thought out there.
And he knew he had to get above, up there, so he had the right angle because that 8 isn't sitting there nice, Yep, so he had the lead in this match, then he lost the lead.
Yeah.
Now he could possibly get the lead back.
Let's see what stroke he puts on this here. Nice little smooth drive right through.
Yep, I draw it to the side rail.
Nice. Yeah, that's what happens
Yeah,
too.
I give that a little, yep, I give that a little something,
Yeah. Trapped on the rail. Now watch his. I know he's thinking about his cue ball going in that side pocket. That 11, there's no way it gets by that 11 into the side, right?
I think we'll stay with this view just
Yeah, to watch it. But that's what happens. You feel like you're there, and in bar box, you're off by 1 inch, and it gets funny. This is a scratch, high potential scratch. Whew. He can breathe.
Good shot.
So you see what's happening here. It's 4-3, race to 11. In the first few games, they had a few uncharacteristic errors. Like I said, they came out of traffic, probably end of a work day. And now, they're starting to run out. That was a great out, Brandon. They're getting more comfortable with the speed. These guys don't appear to want to play safe too much. Sometimes.
No, they do seem like they're kind of just going for it, huh? And Brandon got the lead back. He's like, no, I had the lead early. I think I want to have the lead again.
Yeah, we had 32 players. We started this in early June, I believe. And you schedule your match in those first few rounds with your partner, and then once we got into the final 4 or 8 players, we had everything on live stream and each match, and so there's no particular day. They just whatever works with 2 opponents. Okay, second ball break here again. He's sticking with it. And that was his cue ball is getting better and better, and he got rewarded finally. I believe he made one, no, or didn't he?
Nope, they're all there. No, there is a stripe down.
Yeah.
He was pointing at the side like, that's my only trouble ball. If that ball wasn't there.
That's 6, you mean?
Yeah, the 6. He was like, man. But good break. Squatted the rock, sat in the middle. He has a 66% chance to win this.
Yeah, he's just getting comfortable, and he's break is starting to work. Let's see if they put together a few racks here. Like I said, it's really busy tonight. We got 4 league teams in there, 2 from Slate, and then 2 from that are guests from Shooters and Twin City Billiards, I believe. So we got probably 20 people in here right now. Okay, he said, I'm going with stripes, and I'm going to whip my cue ball up here, and he didn't get rewarded. He can still make this 14 cut shot, but that's and he'll run into these balls. He can do this. I'm doing it. I'm going for it. If I'm going to go for it, I'm going for it. Or he could just cut this 14, bring the cue ball back exactly where it is on the rail or on the 9. Just play safe. See if he blasts into his balls here. Oh, he said, I'm going to play safe. Now, he did leave him the 7 ball. So what Robert can do is shoot the right edge of this 7 ball and bring the cue ball down by the lower right or the upper left corner there. This rack is unique in the sense that the stripes are all kind of in one area and the solids are all in another. The 6 is the only goofy one. I like stripes better just because they're surrounding the 8 ball a little bit more. It's another little variable. If I ever go to a rack, make a ball on the break, and I don't know what to choose, that's one of the variables. I say, okay, which ones are closer to the 8, surrounding the 8? It looks like he's going to do what I was saying. He just was impeded by that side pocket. He needed to draw that a little bit, I think. All right, Brandon's back to his stripes, right? Isn't he stripes? Yeah.
Yep.
They could keep playing the safety battle. He could do the same thing with that 14 ball, bank it up here. He could actually use that 14 and bank it up and just have it sticking in the hole by this piece of chalk where he's standing right now. Put the 14 right there in that hole. Just use it as an obstruction, and his cue ball would go over by the 9. It'd be a nice safety and an obstruction move. Looks like he's going for a make. Or no.
15 ball all the way up.
Or 11 inside off the 6. Oh, he hit the 8 ball. Okay, so he's giving it
But
to
he
him.
did move. He did move the 8 ball down to a problem area. So RJ comes to the table with ball in hand.
When there's no question he's shooting the 6. He's got to shoot that right away. He could play a stop shot almost on the 6.
I think.
Play the 7.
I think with ball in hand, he should probably shoot the 6. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I had that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes all the way, right? He can shoot it all the way up, upper left corner there.
It looks like he must because he's playing for it. So now he could just draw to the cue ball to the exact spot it's in right now for the 7. And these are not easy shots. I think these are some of the harder shots in pool. I was drawing it exactly 4 inches back so that you don't get jacked up on the 9. You can come 5 to 6 inches back, you're in trouble. You got too much of an angle on the 7.
Are you gonna cut the 8 in off the 12 ball there when you're done with the mess on the other end?
Yeah, he's not even that far ahead, I don't think. Maybe he plays the 7 before that.
Maybe Brandon would let him switch to stripes. That would be helpful. No? I don't know, like, because I don't want to shoot the 8 from there. Maybe you play the 6 ball with follow, and then play safe or something. I don't know. Do we shoot the 7 into the 12 and call it a safe, or what do we do?
I think he plays the...
I play the 2-12 combo, and you're shooting from the 3. I'm not ready to go yet, I don't think. The 8's too... You can't shoot the 7, move the 8. I don't know. I don't think I can go here. I mean, yeah, the 8, you come down on this, under this 14 ball, and maybe you shoot it right by that 12 like nothing. I don't know.
He could shoot the 1 ball into the 8 and just play stop shot behind the 4 ball. As a safety, and then get the 8 free.
Well, I think it's safe to say he doesn't like any of it either.
Mm-hmm.
You and your Omega nut mix. I don't know. I wonder if these guys have nerves. I mean, they're into the money now. I mean, it's not that, it's a tournament, so maybe, but it's kind of like a matchup tournament where you play one match.
Yeah. I like what he did there. He got rid of the problem. And he said, I'll just come to the 7 later. But now he's committed to the out because these are all hangers for him. He's going to run these out, and he'll be down to that 7, and he's got to solve the 8. But it looks like the 8 does go by that 1 stripe over there.
Yeah, it does. As long as you can end up over there.
He's going to have to get perfect on that 7. Yeah, see, he's gesturing. He's trying to get on. How am I going to get on this 7? The safe isn't even entering his mind either yet, I don't think. Because he's going for it. Okay, he's on the 7 right now, but he's not on the side he wants to be on. Unless he drew this and came across the table zigzagging. He's trying to get right there.
Jump on the chat and let us know where everybody's listening from. We got a couple states. Maybe if you're Mike's mom and you're out of state, jump in the chat and let us know where you're at, Mom.
Well, that might scare her. She's got to figure out a chat. What? I don't want to tease her. I'm not going to tease my mom.
That's probably smart.
I'm the youngest, though, so she's used to it. It's in our blood. Eli.
And like and subscribe if you have not yet, please.
You guys think this doesn't mean much to them? They're starting to get into the thick of the set here, 4-3, and they're grinding. You watch a lot of these shots, they'll take 5-7 seconds over. This out, Robert does not want to go down 2 games. He's grinding. I respect this effort. He's debating on whether he needs to come over to the rail and back out, or if he can just slow roll, stop shot this, and hold it without getting hooked. I don't dislike taking a longer shot and coming forward with top inside, because these conditions are so sticky it will grab. See what he does here. He's going to draw. It looks like he's going low. Might come to the rail. It looks like he's winding up. Yep. Okay, whoa. He might still have shape. I don't know. I think he was trying to draw down under it so he could go to the side or corner where he's standing now. Corner. So now he could shoot a miracle. It does lay right. He could shoot a miracle and swing his cue ball around the table. But he's probably going to run into that 9 and 11 if he tries swinging around. Looks like he's going for it, though. He could play a cut shot to 7 and by that stripe. Wow, that's real snug. Oh, he's in a bad spot with the 8 ball even with that. I'd put this on a 5% chance of getting out. This is very difficult. I'm thinking safe. Even though I only have 1 ball, I'm thinking safe here. Mom, she Linda Pankoff from New Hampshire.
Nice.
She's like, see, I know how to use a computer.
She can do the chat, no problem. I know you can't see him, Mom, but his hair looks really nice today. You be proud, Mom.
He's swinging at it. Oh, he got robbed.
Oh.
It would have been nice to see what to do with that 8.
Yeah, or like I wanted to have him get a swing at it at least, you know?
Yep. Okay, so Brandon Still has to do all the
He still has to run
operations.
out. It's not a loss because he didn't scratch on the 8.
Still a pretty sporty out in the sense that he was making some tough shots there. A little unfortunate that they didn't at least have something to shoot at on the 8. What are you doing here? What is I like the 9, 10 first. I like 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 14, 8.
Yeah, 9's gotta be the start ball here.
He wants to get rid of this 14, 8, or
The
12.
14, I understand why. So he's on the 10 now.
Yep, so he's going to save the 12 for the end. I like that. $10. Okay, that 9. What's he going to do here? Because he doesn't want to play a combo, the 9-12 combo. He doesn't want to go 11 and then 9-12 combo.
Right, but you might have to do it.
I think he has
He's
to.
to the point. And he's the 9 ball's far enough away. Leave the cue ball where the 9 is. No matter how this goes, I mean, but you got to really pay attention to where the 9's going to end up here. Just try to come off of that side.
I'm slow rolling this.
Yep, barely going to make it.
Yep, trickling in.
And that's
Okay.
why
That's scary. That's why,
That's
because he's
tough.
steep now. And it's going to be hard to hold for this 8 ball.
Thanks, Christy.
Do you think he'll swing it around the table, or do you think he knows how to kill this?
Tough.
Little bottom inside kill on it?
I mean, even at mid-table on the left side wouldn't be bad on the 8, but I mean,
Yeah.
Good shot.
Nice.
Good shot.
Okay, Brandon, that puts him up. This is the first 2-game lead.
Yeah, and RJ didn't really do nothing wrong in there. He was trying to get on that 8. It's just, gosh, I didn't like that 8 from the very beginning.
Glendon, Minnesota. Is that how you pronounce it? Glendon? I haven't been to Glendon. Hi, Christy. Obviously, related to Robert. Because I don't think anybody else has that same last name.
Well, she gets to
Yep.
watch him play.
Now you get to do what my wife does, which is
RJ.
sit in the electric chair watching. Now that he's down 2, that's got to be scary.
Come on, RJ. Now we have to cheer for RJ because
Yeah.
Christy's watching.
Yeah, well, it's always. I think it's tougher to watch.
Nice break. That's our first really good break of the day. Spread.
Yeah, that's
Balls down.
either or here, but I like stripes a little bit. I don't know. I like solids too. 7's funny. 5 and the 7 are funny. Well, the 5's not bad.
What about the 11?
Yeah, I kind of like solids now. I think you could do with either.
You don't have a starter for solids, though.
That's the problem.
I like solids if I had a starter, so I guess you shoot the 15 and then the 11 all the way up.
Yeah, then you solve it right away.
Yeah, 15 off the end rail a little bit, kind of right at the 11, and then
I think if he played his cue ball, make the 15 and play the cue ball almost just under the 1. Just right around the 1, where the 1 is. Oh, he went after it. Okay, the 10 goes. I think that 11 goes in the side now. Well, that was actually, for those watching that saw that go off another ball, it doesn't matter. He called that pocket, and that's the rules. As long as it goes into that pocket, doesn't matter how. So that was a good shot. He put his hand up. That's his friendly way of saying sorry about that, but I'll take it. So he might be shooting the 9 here in the side. Coming up for the 14 in the other side. Or he might come down for the 13. No, 14 in the side now. That 15's a problem. It's not a, I mean, it's a solvable problem, but he's got to get good on these, on that 15 in order to, if he saves it till the end. I put this in the very high difficulty range of getting out. The pattern here is very difficult. He just had to pull off Miracle 1, and he did. Got good on it, too. The 11's next, but to get on the 15 after that is going to be a tall order. Okay, Christy, your sister, I didn't mean to compare to my wife. My wife's the one that sweats in my chair. Well, my mom's here watching, too. Sometimes she's sweating in the chair, too. These guys are in the money. They have been in the money, but now they're playing for real money. They're either going to walk away with several hundred, or they're going to walk away Sunday night with several thousand. So it's an exciting tournament. There's not many opportunities in the pool world to make some serious cash in a tournament. So this has been a fun one. It's a hefty entry though, $265 entry fee, which means there's a lot of pressure because that's a lot of money these days. Okay, we decided to solve that 11 now, and I'm not sure his plan here. Like I said, this was a tall order, so he might be. This does not bank. That 6 is in the way.
Well, we need it to be hill.
Yeah.
So we still have to cheer for RJ, even though it's just his sister watching. And so, Christy, we're on your side for now.
Let's see what he calls here. That bank doesn't go. I mean, maybe it goes. Can I see the overhead? That bank does not go. He could twist it. And that's what he's doing. He's using a left English and he's going to twist it, but I think it's going to come up short, meaning on the hit the side rail.
We already saw they banked short.
Yep. See, it rubbed the 6. That went. He hit that good. That was about as good as he could hit it where it was going to go. So I think that 6 was never going to allow it. All right. Robert back to the table, trying to. This is a very big game for Robert because 6-3 versus 5-4 obviously is a. This is the turning point of the set when you play a race to 11. Right around now is when you need to put the hurting on your opponent if you can. 5 in the corner while you're there. You already got shape. Well, might as well play the 4 in the side, then 5 in the corner. Whichever. 5-4, 4-5. Looks like he's going to do the 4 to the 5. Okay, he came off. If he was coming to the 5, he came off about 2 inches too far. He's fine. He'll get on the 6, no problem. But I think he wanted to be 2 inches short of where he rolled to so that he was straighter on that. Because now he's got to compete with a little stroke here. He's got to put a draw stroke on it because that 13's in the way. So he'll draw to the side rail where his piece of chalk is. Nice. See, when you have to stroke it like that, sometimes you whip it, and it could literally, if you mishit it, it'll just pull it right back into the side pocket. So that's why bar box, in my opinion, is the difficulty of bar box is your cue ball. 1 inch difference on your shape creates angles that are very difficult. Otherwise, it's fairly easy to pocket balls. However, this table is not easy. This is one of the toughest ones in town. Stop shot here, draw back about 4 inches maybe. Yeah, perfect. Now he'll roll up for 8 in the corner. He'll just play a slow roll on the side. Nice going, Robert. I'm not going to jinx him here, but I would put a lot of money that he's out. Wouldn't you, Dave? Now, this is just a rolling shot. If you punch this, they can rattle. Do not punch it, just roll it. And he backed off. I think he was winding up to punch it, and he knows this table is not easy. If he hits this side rail on the way in, it will rattle if he punches it. Because we'll just roll it. Nice, nice, nice. There's no way of missing when you just roll it like that. I don't know if he was thinking that, but that might be the veteran move there, backing off, Robert. Nice job. Five to 4. Looks like they're going to taking off his glove. They're going to take a little break, which makes sense. They're about halfway through. So we'll talk a little bit about what's been going on so far. We've got 32 player field, 599 and under. We're down to the final 3 players. These two are waiting, or trying to beat one another to get to Andrew, who's waiting in the finals. And they'll play Sunday night at 7. 8 ball on a bar box here at Slate Billiard Club in St. Paul, Minnesota. It's 2 years and a couple months old. This concept is it's designed to be a training facility. A lot of players just are in love with the game, and they want to play in really good conditions, and that's the whole goal of this club, is to give you ideal tournament conditions. So when you're training, you're actually playing on what you would play on if you flew to Vegas or Derby City Classic or wherever. This is the exact same equipment you're going to be playing on in the best tournaments in the world. And we've set up this live stream just to get some activity going in here. A lot of our members just started playing pool within the last few years. And it's kind of cool for some of them, just to watch some of these players compete. And then, of course, we've got some players that we sponsor that are really high level that travel around the country. Pool's got a handicap system now, just like golf. It's called the Fargo rating system. So people that do compete get established in the rating system, and this is a 599 and under. And if you think of it like a batting average, for those like my mother that don't know what the rating system is equated from, probably, I shouldn't assume that, Mom, but I don't think I've explained it to you. It's like a batting average. So the best player in the world is around an 850. That means they don't miss. Josh Filler, I think, is around that. Shane Van Boning, Fedor Gorst, they're all up in that high level 800. Anything over 800 is there's only a handful of people in the world that are around that. Well, there's getting to be more, but because pool has grown. But basically, if you're at that level, you're equatable to in golf to Tiger Woods in his prime. So 599 and under, these guys are right at that cusp of okay, they probably have careers and they can't play pool every single day of their life, and pool's not a game that pays well. You have to be those three guys that I mentioned in order to make money. So most of us have to have jobs. But who knows, maybe someday. I have a dream that it'll be as big as poker someday. Because poker got huge. There's real money in that. Even darts got a little bit big. Matchroom is now getting involved over the last few years. Emily Frazier has done a lot for promoting it. But the intention of this tournament is for these guys to get into the box a little, feel the pressure. The live stream's fun. The high entry fee, the big money is fun. The only way to get better is to put yourself under pressure, because it feels different. Everybody can run racks at home and they're on their house table. People that play pool, when you get into a pressure situation, you kind of see what you're made of. And I was impressed with the last few racks here. These guys are starting to play a little stronger. You can see them warm up. They just took a break. That means they're, to me, that means they're ready to, like, this is okay, it's go time now. We got 5 to 4 and race to 11. We're a couple hours away from real money. Let's see what he does. He's got this 11 ball. He's the red stripe. Okay. Not bad. Made something, so he's got an opportunity here. It looks like the 9 or the 7 are his only two options. So he's got to decide, do I want to cut this 7 jacked up over the 14 and take solids? That 11-1 might make my decision to take stripes. I might shoot the 9 right now and run into the 2 and play the 14 next. Because he could always play the 13-11 combo to clear that hole. The 9 to the 9, run into the 2, and then play the 14. Just a little softy here. Oh, he tried to use the 2 to break those up, maybe. Okay, instead it created a problem. So that's unfortunate. His 10 ball got tied up. So now he's got to do some thinking. He's going to shoot this 14, but he's got to get an angle on this. So he's going to shoot after this 14, he's going to try and get where he was right there with his cue, so that he can shoot the 13-11 combo while also breaking up. That would be nice. Solve both on the next shot. Solve both problems in one stroke. Yeah, that's where he put his cue ball. Now he just ran a little too far. So he can shoot this 13-11. His cue ball can come off this rail and into the 10-2. So he's going to call the 11 ball, I believe. Yeah, I zoomed in. I did your zoom effect, and I lost myself on the zoom out. Okay, so he played that 11, and actually the 10, he didn't need to break him up. I think the 10 goes right now.
Kind of weird.
Nice. Is there a way to zoom out a hair?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that did go. So nice shot there. See him starting to take a little more time on his shots too. These guys are... that's what happens when you guys start to get under pressure. You start to either speed up or slow down. Looks like Robert's falling into a nice methodical pace here. Important game to tie it up. He's going to draw back here, or, yep, over to the other side. It looks like he got shape on the 12. Now this one, do you play up for the side or the corner, Dave? For the 15, you're going to shoot the 12 all the way down to this corner, lower left corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot the 15 in the lower right corner.
Oh, okay.
I want to go a hair too far so I can shoot the 8 in the left upper.
Okay.
But I'm shooting this all the way up. I'm not shooting this in the side. Some people shoot these in the side, but
Hear me out on this. He could go forward and go past the 15 and play it into the corner up in the upper left corner. No, I didn't. Too much angle.
yep.
Okay, he can play this.
Yeah, and he tried to come off the rail to play it in there. I would have played it in the right rail. I would have just came off the rail a little bit, bump dribble, bridge right off the rail. But that would have been how he did it was good. He just hit it just a hair light. He can make this still.
Is come to the side rail and just come past the 3 so he can want to avoid getting hooked on the 3.
Good try. At least it was pocket speed, so he got a little blocker there.
Brandon's in a weird spot here because he doesn't have an easy starter. I don't think he can see the 2 past the 8, can he? Just doesn't look like it. going to cut this 7-ball in. Tough shot because of what happens to the cue ball. Watch the cue ball coming right back at his body. Off that 8, he was pretty fortunate not to scratch there. That's
Way to commit to the thinness of that shot.
yeah, the shot was hard enough where you gave it all his effort on just the shot. He didn't want to tickle that 5. But he's okay. I'd almost play the 2 right now and shoot the 5. Or the 1 to the 2 and then the 5. Does that 2 go now? You'd probably rather shoot the 5, but how do you get shape on the 2 if you shoot the 5? You almost want to shoot the 2 now.
You got to and just draw it straight back.
And just take a tougher cut on the 5 because there's shape. Automatic shape.
So you don't try to draw it back. You just kind of roll it ahead a little bit and take the.
Well, if you could draw it back, that would be great. Yeah, he's got to roll forward on this too.
But we're getting the $40.
Nice. Okay, so
He might have to jump this, huh?
yeah, I don't think he got there.
I want to see good pool, but I also want to see hill, so.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to see this shot.
Tell Andy thank you. I think he's going to the air. I can't. Let's see if he's got the short stick. Let's see.
Yep. These are tough to control. He's going to be having a hard time keeping the cue ball on the table here because it might bounce off the side of the rubber.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Just enough air. Good shot.
That was incredible.
Good shot. Wow.
Well, I got to see this shot now.
We're watching it on the replay. Just got it up a little bit, and it bounced a couple times before.
It almost looked like it didn't even clear the 8.
Weird.
It was low.
That was a low boy jump.
Again, just roll this in. Yeah, nice out.
Nice out, Brandon. Well, Brandon went back to the 2-game lead that he had earlier. He's laughing it off. I think he's laughing something about that little mini jump. Should we call that Brandon's mini jump? If you listen to this, Brandon, I'm giggling with you. I saw that one. That was pretty good, though. Big difference, 5'5", 6'4" there. So good for him getting Getting there, we got, it looks like Doug Carlson playing leagues on the other table against Chow, and Kendra's playing against Scott Barrett. We got 6-4. Brandon's gonna break. Pretty sure he's been head ball breaking. Cleaning the cue ball. Let's see what we got here. He's just waiting. Yep. So here goes the break. Second ball. Nice break. Good break. So I definitely like solids other than the 7 ball. And maybe he shoots the 1 here and the 7 will drop down on the end rail. I don't think he could draw out of it without. Why would we want stripes here? Yeah. I think he's got to take solids. I mean, I guess if you're a high-level player, you just shoot the 7 in, 14 banks 1 rail out. You will have shape on that ball down there, but I think using the 1 to move the 7 would be just as good here. Let's see if he puts follow and just drops below it and plays shape for it later. And he got a little bump on it, not enough to help. Ooh, got to the 2. So now he can get over there and get shape on the 7 or the 4, depending on. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of angle on the 2, but he's got some. 5 ball up there. It is blocked by the 10 a little bit. Let me look on the overhead. Yeah, so the 5 ball, you kind of got to be cute between the 9-8. So let's see if he tries to move over on the other side of that 7 right now. Yeah. Ooh, he cleared it. Perfect. So he's straight on the 4, but now the 7 does go. So if he can get the cue ball off of the end rail at all, shoot the 4, maybe do some twists. He's pretty flat on it though, but if he can get out of there at all, he'll be. I don't think there's any reason to shoot the 7 all the way up right now past that. Yeah, he's going for the 4. Let's see if he can get out of this flat end rail he's on. Oh yeah, he got out of there. Not bad.
So he's going to bump into this 15 possibly. He's got to hit it so thin he might miss the 15. Yeah, see how he's just aiming to just go under the 15 here. If he can, he's going to lose his cue ball here though. This table's so fast, I don't think he can stop for the 3.
Yeah, almost like you got to try to run into the 8, mm-hmm. And hopefully you're one side or the other for that 5 ball shape, but because it's going to go a little. These tables roll, man. They go in a good way.
Nice shot. Okay, so got the friendly bump. Now he's got at least a shot on it, but he's got no way of getting shape on this 5 without some kind of miracle stroke here.
So cut the 3 in the side really thin. You're gonna slam into the 8, right? And hopefully the 8 just clears in between the 10 and the 5. And no, I'm just kidding.
Now he can go in the upper left corner with inside English and come across the table towards the
if he can check it below the side or something,
mm-hmm.
in between them, those 2 balls on the side.
It's jacked up though. This is a tough shot. Yeah, that was a tough shot.
Tough shot. Yep.
He covered those balls. Those balls, was it the 12, 11? Those are tough. They didn't realize.
Okay. Good shot. So he's got 2 balls that he has a problem with down there.
Well, he could go after him right now. I think he's going to. He's looking at him. He's going to play a little lower right draw on this 15 and go into just above the side pocket, and that spin will release right into him. The problem is that 3 that Brandon missed earlier is in a really bad spot, so it might not get that 12 free. Step 1, make the 15. Step 2, hit those balls. Step 3, get shape on everything.
Tough out.
Yeah.
Do you duck here? Do you see any?
I'm going for it. I'm going for the 15
for the
to
first
run
draw
in,
shot.
and
Yeah,
then I'm ducking if
then
it doesn't
seeing,
work out.
Yeah.
And that 13 I'll use to
And
duck.
it doesn't look like the angle is too strong. No, he can draw that over
Yeah,
there
I think
and do
that's
what you're
perfect
saying.
angle. He hits just to the right of the side pocket. And that spin will bring him into both. It'll hit both balls free. And hopefully he has shape on the one of those balls afterwards. Taking his time. Let's see what he does here. He's played safe.
I like that shot.
Well, he wants to win, and I like controlling the table while you can. You got more. You got more balls on the table. You might as well stay in control.
Good job, RJ. You're here for the fight.
So the only ball he can hit is this 5 ball, which means he might be banking it back towards himself.
It looked like he waved off. You know, like
He's playing safe.
safe or just a hit or whatever.
Well, that worked out pretty good in the sense that he only left him the 10 ball. Well, he could shoot the 13, but that's a tough shot. Might be the shot he shoots, though, the 13, and bring the cue ball over. It's safe no matter what.
I'm playing safe again. It's not go time yet for RJ.
And while we're waiting on his shot, another thing we're doing, this week we're starting our $4.99 and under. So when I was talking about the Fargo rating system, we had one. This one is $5.99 and under. We have another 32 players playing in a
$4.99 and under.
Yeah.
And that one's just got going. We've got about 7 matches done so far. And
Good shot.
most of the people are playing at Slate. We had a couple people play at Shooters, and yeah, we're getting it going. So we're going to be live streaming at the end of that tournament too. Probably like the last 5 matches or something.
I believe that's a race to 8.
That one is a race to 8, lower Fargo rate. We had one match take 2 hours and one take like 2.5. So they're usually a little faster than this. We were trying to time it so that everybody gets a good amount, but for a $4.99 and under, a race to 8 is a good long session so that you can have a chance to get going. So this one is a race to 11 in the $5.99 and under. If you're just joining us, the winner gets to play Andrew Schlosser this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. The 12th, is that what it is? The 12th. And that'll
13th.
be the 13th. We'll be live that night. This match is probably worth around $1,000 more. You know that the winner versus loser, and so will that one. So these are big money matches. These guys are deep into the money in this tournament. They paid $265 to enter. So that's why RJ here is just playing safe. He's not. He wants to make sure the balls are ready before he goes, and he's got a little trouble there. And we'll see a little bit of chess pool here. My favorite part of 8 ball right now.
Yeah, now the Brandon could make this 10 ball He could shoot the 5, try to make that ball, just to get rid of one more weapon of Roberts. For those that don't play 8-ball that much, the one with more balls on the table has the advantage, and when it comes to a safety battle. Okay, the 10 didn't go. That would have been a nice little treat. I don't know if Robert will leave it there or if he'll shoot it off. He might shoot this 9 right now, but how is he going to break out those balls? That 5 is impeding the cue ball going over there off the 10. Maybe he'll play a bank shot right now. Bank safety. Shoot the 11. No. He might be. I think he's playing safe, but I don't know what he's calling. He's just rolling up on the 12. Nice shot. And that was good because he freed up that problem. Now Brandon's going back to the original plan, which was make this 10 ball, get rid of that weapon. And he'll leave his 5 ball in the pocket but he might be trying to, I think he called the 5, so he's trying to make it in behind it, and he did.
Just needed another
Yep.
6.
Good shot, Brandon. To be able to do that, that takes a lot of
Just remember, Brandon,
knowledge.
this bank is going to be tight.
Yep.
Mike said.
Yep.
We all listen to Mike.
This bank shot will, if he plays it like he normally does, will come up 2 inches short. It will not hit the long rail or the short rail. It'll where his chalk is. It'll hit the long rail. See what I mean? And he hit it like he normally does.
He
on
hit
every
it
table.
perfect,
Yep.
but it's just tight.
Mhm.
Everything's running tight. So now, RJ is back to the table. He's looking to get it to within 1 here. He's got open balls, but this is a tough game.
Oh, he got perfect on those 2.
He was telling him he moved the 15 like a quarter inch, giving
watch
Brandon a chance.
Yeah.
It's his cue.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbed it over. I think Brandon would want it where it is anyway now, so. But RJ's honest and said, hey.
Yeah, if that ever happens in a match, what happens is the incoming player or the player sitting in the chair has the option of putting it back where it was, where you think it was, or leaving it as is. If it moves 2 balls, it's a foul. Mm-hmm. So if I nudged a ball and it touched another one, that's a foul. Of course, rules change in every single tournament. There's all these little ones that come up, and
I know I'm waiting for jump cues in one pocket. That would be stupid. And if you guys didn't know watching, we got 74 watching. One pocket is the best billiards game. I don't know if anybody told you that yet, but now you've been informed. So ask your local house pro, hey, how do we play this one pocket game? Because you play it, you get better at all the games. It's as simple as that. And every skill level can match up in one pocket. That's why Mike gives me 18-6, so that it's fair. Okay, so RJ had a tough 11, man. I mean, it was tough, and he didn't leave Brandon like a super easy, out here, but he was jacked up a little bit, and just the game's tough.
Brandon's gotta shoot this though. I think he's gonna cut this in.
Yep.
The only thing is the cue ball is going to come down and possibly hit the 11, and who knows what happens. It could scratch. It could get funny shape.
When I used to race dirt bikes, we called it, I'm just going to send it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just twist the throttle a little
Yeah.
harder, and, you
Yeah.
know, whatever happens, happens. So put all your effort in. We already seen Brandon cut one this thin in this match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes here you just say, I'm just going to make this ball and live with the consequences. It might run into the 8. It might run into the 11. He should make this ball because he's just going to hit it as thin as he can. The cue ball will come straight back. He might have left him a shot here. I think Robert can back cut this. Yeah, I think if in reviewing that shot, I just saw it again. Brandon might have been calculating his cue ball too much. It kind of divided mind. He was thinking so much about his cue ball rather than just bear down on cutting that ball in, you know. See, Robert, this is no hanger. Let's see what he can do here. He's got to come back for shape. Okay, Brandon's got to get good shape on this 8 ball, though. Let's see, what would you do? Bottom rail, side rail, or just come out one rail? Bottom rail and straight down.
I'm putting a lot of left on this, and I'm trying to go 2 rails and hit right below the right side.
I think that's what he's doing.
You got to put a little bit, I'm not saying draw lower left, but like a lot of left spin to drive it to that left side rail.
Yeah, if you use too much draw, it could snap into the side pocket.
Yeah. So it's not to a draw, it's just to left. But not too hard. This table will pick up speed, and it will keep going.
And you guys, if we're at home playing this at home, we've already shot it, and we're probably perfect on it. But the cue ball's moving 6 feet, and we're playing under pressure. It's a totally different world.
There's a reason he could check this with top right and just come straight, down.
Yep.
You know, that might work too. It's kind of personal, but yeah. See, he hit it a little light. I think he thought about it and thought maybe it's gonna roll on me, you know. But
So are you banking or cutting? Yeah, he's cutting it.
Oh yeah, I'm cutting it.
Watch the cue ball coming up right up at the. He just called the bank.
Did he?
I think he changed his mind. No, he's cutting it.
He was maybe pointing where he wanted to hit with
Or
the
he
cue
set
ball.
down his chalk, maybe. Nice shot.
Wow, how'd he hit it? Good job, kid.
Okay, 7-4, Brandon.
Well, we've had some pretty big upsets in this tournament where people came back from 6-2, 8-3. So it's the funny thing is you never know who's going to win just because it's 7-4. RJ has not been playing bad at all. Just a series of weird rolls. Kind of like ended up with a little bit of a jacked up shot on that 11 ball. That game could have gone anyway. Let's see, he's been hitting second ball, and he's been doing pretty good. He's been making a ball and getting back to the middle of the table. So.
Yeah, and I see that he likes to rack the 6 up front and the 11 ball and the. You know what I mean?
Does he?
Yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern. 13 in the corner. Yeah, he has the same. I think he pattern racks.
Wow.
Pool players are unique individuals. We do things.
Well, and it could still be solid stripe, but he likes a particular ball to track it in an area. So it's not like he's doing nothing illegal. It's solid stripes. I think in BCA it's supposed to be all the balls are random except for the back two and the 8, you know, but
Well, in 9-ball, you're not supposed to pattern rack because now you're
So,
trying to get an outcome.
Brandon Forar is Corey Duell's little pattern rack brother. And he's going to do it. He's going to.
Well, let's watch next time. It was 13 in the corner, 6 up front, 11 was the side ball. So that one ball, does it go by? Can we see the overhead? So the 4 has to go before the 1, but the 1 goes once the 4 is gone.
So what, 7 in the side?
7, 2, 4.
What about 7, right? To the 4 after that, you know, like
Yeah.
side rail, you know.
Yeah. Try to
then-
get it both on both the 2
Yeah,
and
and
the
then,
4.
I mean, you could go to the, you know, then maybe shoot the 1 in the lower side that we're looking at too, you know, 4 to the 1 in the side if you know, it lays right. Yeah, I think I shoot the 7, then I shoot the 4, try to go off of the top rail and run into the 9 because you'd have shape on the 5, the 3, the 2, and if you don't even hit the 9, then you have shape on the 1, the 7, you know. So I think, or not the 7, but you know what I mean. Here we go. Just gonna go just ahead a little bit. No,
I think he was trying to get on the 3 ball.
maybe come back all the way enough for the 3. I still take the 2 here. I still do 2-4.
And he could bank the 5. You know?
He could play safe.
I'm banking the 5 and I'm playing a draw him back 2 inches for the 3 in the corner. He's going to try to make this 3 and just roll forward and suffer the consequences on a tougher 5 ball. I think he's worried about being jacked up all over that 10 ball, 15 ball, if he does that though.
Good shot.
Nice. Very nice. He's jacked up on the 10 a little, but it's definitely more manageable than being closer
So
on
now
the
it's got to be 5, 2, 4, 1. You know, like. I mean, the 1 does go in the side or the lower left. Once the 4 is gone.
Yeah. If he just rolls forward to right there, he's good. He's gesturing to it. Let's just see if he's got the speed control now.
Yeah, no point drawing this back to get better. Just move it over that little bit and take your cookies.
He punched it.
Did he get there?
I don't know. I think he can make it.
Oh, yeah, he got there. He got there.
Now he's trying to play a dead stop shot so that the angle on the 4 is there. Watch out, cue ball getting too close to the rail if he drifts over. See, I thought that, you know what I mean? You don't want to be stuck on that rail. Okay, now he can just go straight to the rail. Miss the 10 ball. He's got to check this a little bit with left English.
Almost
Watch.
like he's trying to scratch on the side.
Watch him cue the left side of the ball as opposed to center ball here. So that it comes under the 10 ball. I don't want to run into these. There, nice. He checked it nice. Now watch outside pocket.
Just kidding.
This would be a great... He broke and ran this, didn't he?
Yeah, this was a break and run. or possibility of a break in them.
He's digging in. This is where the pool gets hard when you jack up your cue like this. Nice shot. Now, but for the last one, he's got a little bit of a hindrance with the 14 in his way. No problem though, Brandon. Nice out. That goes 8-4. Brandon's getting comfortable. This is what I was kind of alluding to in the beginning of the set. Once these guys stretch out a little, they can run racks. All these last 4 players have been good at getting there when they have to, once they get stretched out.
Dean Lathrop is watching from Cheesehead Country. Welcome to the stream, Dean. Hope you got all the trucking done today. East County Line. How's that song go? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Smokey and the Bandit. I think of that Dean every time I think of that song. I don't know if he'd be like the Bandit though. For those of you who don't know, Dean is a Scorpio. He's a cheesehead, has a mullet, and jet skis and pontoons. Loves the water. Let's go, Brandon. Let's see. Second ball break. Let's see if he can run.
I was
another
wrong.
one.
He doesn't pattern rack.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Whoa. This
How'd
is
he
nice.
break it? I think he wants to break it on 2 in a row here. I think that's his plan.
Loaded up and trucking. 10-4, Dean says.
10-4, good buddy. Hope you're enjoying the view from your lounge chair in your living room.
Joseph, hello. How are you?
Oh, Parisi. Joey, stop by. AC machine's fixed. I'll get your AC cold again for you, brother.
Oh.
Ooh, jammed it up. Brandon jammed it up.
He could just duck here, shoot the 1-14 combo, and put the cue ball under the 6. Or somehow get on the one ball is very reasonable if he can get on the bank shot. He could bank it right now. Cross banking it.
Look at you, cross banking it with the right.
Get on the 7. Yeah, it's natural shape for the 7 with a bunch of right angles.
I wonder if this dude plays one pocket. He looked at it right away.
Or just duck. Shoot the 1-14 combo and get under the 6.
I like that.
If he plays the 3 in the side, there's no future for the cue ball.
Yeah, and you want to leave your soldier up. You got another 7 ball in no
Yeah.
man's land down there.
Cross corner, 1 ball. See if he does that. Do you think he'll play cross corner?
I mean, you can put right on it and clear. The cue ball will clear.
It will.
Yep.
But he's got to be stretched out, jacked up over the 3-9. I don't know if he can even reach it.
What about shooting the 3, drawn back a little bit? Then he can draw, shoot the 6 and draw into both of those. Have a little better angle, draw into the 14-1, and it's hard to. Okay, so I thought he made it, but okay, so RJ's got a good look here coming to the table. He's down for some games, so this could be a good way to get into the match.
This is basically, this game is crucial, do or die. Not really, but it is. It's getting to that point of the set where he needs to pick one up here. And what he's hemming and hawing about a little bit is that nothing's really super easy except that 11 ball. And
I mean, I see why he wants to leave the 14
Yeah.
in as a blocker, but you maybe shoot the 11 and get to the 9, shoot the 9 all the way up, and then decide right there, can I get to the 10? Do I want to try to finish this? Because, I mean, you can't really use the 14 for your out ball. It's just kind of tucked in funny.
well, he only gave himself one option here. He's going to shoot this 13 in the side. And it doesn't lend to perfect shape on anything. Because he's funny on it. He could play forward and just play the 10 ball next. Looks like that's what he'll do. Just roll forward for the 10 in the corner. Here we go. Now he can come down for the 14. But how are you going to get shape on those other balls?
You do 10, 15 here?
I would, yeah. I think that's the shot. But even that, I mean, the 14 is going to be really weird to get on the 8 ball if he saves that for the end. Yeah, he's doing what you were saying. 15 is next. Got really good on this. He'll get down here on the 14, no problem. Good shooting. Those side pockets are never easy, but this is what I'm talking about. This one, he has to use a little magic because what's going to happen here is that the cue ball is going to hit the point of the pocket, and he's kind of guess how that's going to come off of that.
Is he going to try to just draw it straight out of there? I mean,
he might. I thought he'd come off the bottom rail. He did draw it out of there. Okay, he's got a shot. At least he could see it, I think. That was a tough one. To save the 14 for the last was tough. Tall order. I think he can jump this. It's a realistic make. For people that jump shots, that 8 ball is so far away from the pocket, the odds of it going in are low, but he can make this no problem in the sense that a successful jump shot. But whether that 8 will actually go cleanly into the pocket is another story. He's got the rail helping the jump too. That's always nice, jacked up like that. Going to compress the cue ball right down into the slate and jump right over the 6. Okay, so he got the good hit, but like I said, that was going to be a tough shot to make. Okay, so Brandon comes to the table here. Closing time is in his brain right now. He's thinking, I got to finish this. Hardest thing to do in any sport is to finish someone. This will really put the first nail in the coffin, though, if he can get out here. Yep, now I think he wants to get rid of the 1 so that he can use the 3-7 last. So maybe go forward 2 rails out to the center of the table. No sense in drawing here. Yeah, 1, 2. Watch out, side pocket. Okay. That was, I'm not laughing at you, Brandon, but that was,
That was
one of
close.
those, like, whoa, scared me there. Okay, all he has to do is drift forward here about an inch. He doesn't need to go much further than that. You want the angle. There you go. Nice. Well done. That was like 3 or 4 inches. See, he's still steep enough to maneuver this cue ball now. If he went down another 4 inches, he'd be too flat, and then he'd be shooting the ball up table. Now he can get above it. He can go 2 rails to the center of the table. Cue ball will travel to the side rail. 1. Oh, he went straight up. There's nothing wrong with that either. He just didn't go as far as he wanted, but he still has a realistic cut here. And Robert is probably thinking, I need this one. I need this one.
Yeah.
But he's cutting it. I think that hung up. So Robert got a gift here, and Brandon's going to give it to him.
Brandon gave it to him. Sat down in one of the Slate comfy chairs there and shake it off, Brandon.
Part of these sets, especially when you get into money like this, part of becoming a better pool player is the mental recovering from that. They both had to. Robert was out. He didn't get there. And Brandon was out. He didn't get there. Now, which one of these guys will shake it off quicker? Let's see the sixes up front. Well, it's just a coincidence. Today's 6 is up front a lot. Okay, side ball break. 9 ball. He's hitting the 9 real full. And he made the 8 on the break. That is not a win. It's a win when you go to the bar and they play with all kinds of different rules, but it's not a win in most tournaments. It's usually you either spot it back up or re-rack.
I think he's going to spot this one because he's got a really good look.
Yep.
So this is game on. It's 8-5, Slate Billiard Club, race to 11. Winner gets to the finals this Sunday, 7 p.m. We'll be live again. I will have Pancake with me. Both of these guys are trying real hard and grinding and taking their time, making sure that they're playing it right. I think the starter here would be 6 on the side with a little bit of draw for the 4 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But so now he didn't get the suit he liked, but now the 6 ball has a tied up. 6 is a tied up ball, and the stripes are not great, so this will be a grinder game. I'm assuming Brandon will still take solids, obviously, even with the 6 ball there.
You can almost shoot the 6 right now with loaded up English to the 5 combo. And that might look a little crazy maybe in live.
What about shooting the 4 to get the suit?
Yeah.
Then maybe
And get
shooting
over.
the 7 off of the 6. You know what I mean? If you could.
Oh,
maybe,
yeah, that's a good one.
Just to get it in play. Because you have the 1 ball, you kind of got to be good on the 1 ball. Even if you are solids, because you're going to be ball, stripe, rail.
He's shooting the 2 is just to establish he wants solids for sure because of the balls hanging in the hole.
Nice.
Okay, that opened him up. Now he's got to solve the 6-5.
Yeah, shoot the 4, draw over to the side rail, shoot the 6-5 combo with shape for the 3.
Yeah. And then you're playing shape on the 3, just, yeah.
Yep. And the 6 will probably stay in that hole or in that little corner, you know. So he's getting the 4 out of the game first. And getting to that rail. Oh, he dropped down for the 3 right away.
Not bad. By the way, while we're waiting for him to shoot here, this Saturday, members only, for the Slate members that are listening right now, we got our tournament. Dave's got $180 waiting in there for you. He's left behind from his previous tournament. He's added it. And Dave will be out of town, so whoever wants
Conveniently scheduled Slate
Yeah.
in-house tournament.
it. Yeah. Oh, he nudged
it.
it. Oh, he got robbed. Okay, 7 cross side or 1 in the corner.
Lower right off the 6, carom the 5. Game's over. That's a little crazy, but we could. You could. I mean,
I like the 7-ball cross side.
you're gonna bank the 7 and try to bank it tight, which it probably is gonna come. It's gonna come off the 6. You're gonna have shape on the 5.
Play to make it and shoot the 6-5 combo next. He's going for the 5-ball, it looks like.
I hope he ticks the 6 on his way.
Here's the thing, that 15-ball, he's got to hit this firm enough for the cue ball to get out and come back into play. Oh, he's going to the 1 instead. Okay, I like this. Big hole. Oh, that was a foul. And he knows it. He's handing Robert, it touched the stripe first. So even though he was trying to shoot the 1 in, he touched the 9-ball. And that's a foul. And in this tournament, it's ball in hand anywhere with fouls. Not in the kitchen.
So can you nudge the 10-15 into that ball?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Kind of make it, you don't want to give him a free 6-ball shot, but you could carom it in, but then the 6-ball's free. You got to kind of try to like 10 rail, 15-ball nudge.
You could, since it's ball in hand, you could put the cue ball where his piece of chalk is over there above the 5.
Sure.
And just shoot the 11 and draw the 5 in the hole. And make sure he can't see the 6, like come off the rail a little.
Sure. Yeah, because like even the 10-15 combo comes off of the end rail and makes that ball, right? So you could kind of, there's got to be a little twisty shot there that you can kind of leave him tucked in. And
Wait, he's got ball in hand, right?
yeah, so he's going to move him.
He's just going to move him with this 9 angle. He's going to run right into him. Now watch out, cue ball.
Good shot. Dig it, dig it. Little risk.
That was
risky,
a
little
gamble.
risky,
That was
but
gamble.
hey.
Now it looks like he's going to get rid of these balls down here, or is he going to save that? I don't think he wanted to come up that far,
No.
unless he's going to save it. Maybe he's saving that for last. Okay, red alert here. We got 13 ball might go by. Can we see the overhead? Let's see if it goes by the 7. I don't know if it does. It does. Got to shoot this stripe in the side, past the 7. But the 10 ball is a problem. Or is that the 14? I can't. Okay, nice shot on the 12. Really nice touch there. But he really didn't leave himself an easy shot now.
How do you duck here?
He could play a stop shot on that 14. and bank it in the corner and stick him on top of the 7, 6 doesn't go. But if you leave him on the 7, he's going to try and cut this in. Maybe he'll run into that ball zigzag. Oh, no, he's playing safe. Okay.
Kind of blocking the 8 a little bit and getting it to where he can make it from up table.
Wise decision. He knows he's coming back to the table with that decision. Sometimes that's really what it comes down to in these safety battles is that question. Will I come back to the table if I miss?
Yep. And, I mean, he has to kind of tick off the 7 because the 6 ball's not really playable. And so it's like, no, my 14 don't go. If I leave him here, then he's got to move that 7. I mean, he might just keep it tied up over there. But, gosh, I'm not sure what I would do if I was Brandon.
What do you think he's mapping out here?
He wants to come off the 7 and freeze him to the end rail.
So in other words, he's just trying to leave him a tough shot.
He's either going to leave him the 14 all the way up or the 13, like back cut left on the. So, yeah, he's not going to give him a shot, but I think we already know RJ is ready to play the strategic game if he has to.
One thing he could do is slow roll the 6 right on the 14, just get a good hit. Then they would still be a problem. Like this. Yep. If they're stuck together, they're still kind of a problem. If they were a little closer
still
to each other.
Still tough, yeah.
Because that 13, he's going to have to use the 13.
I mean, can he use the 13 for kind of a free shot to get back to the middle of the table now and then? If he has the shot on that ball, he does. If not, duck. I don't mind using my pawn to try to get the game-winning side rail shot. You know what I mean?
That's what he's doing, it looks like.
I don't think he'll hit the 6. He'll be below it. It's thin enough.
Nice shot. Oh, look at the speed on this. He might have hit it perfect.
Oh.
No, I don't think he got enough.
No. But he can put a lot of right on this, get it hanging, leave the cue ball in between those two, and what does the guy got to do? Bank out on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, he can get this ball as close as you can, leaving only the 7 bank. And
that was a beautiful cut shot.
Yeah,
slow roll
really
cut shots
good.
are not easy.
So he's going to try to get shape again, it looks like. Or maybe duck.
Go 3 rails, 1, 2, 3 rails, out to the center, 1, 2, 3.
Yep, he's going to win.
Okay, and now he's got to take. This is natural shape. All he has to do is hit center ball.
Yep.
It'll zigzag.
And he really still isn't selling out the farm by missing this. Just go all in on making it. And
Yep. Yeah, Brandon is not a guaranteed out if he does miss.
Nice shot.
Okay, now for the money.
He's going to bring it to within 2. He still could.
Yeah.
RJ answers with 2 back-to-back wins.
8-6.
Nobody
told a battle.
Nobody told RJ it's over.
Yeah.
Nobody told him.
I'm wondering if they're going to take another break before the end of the set. What do you think?
I don't know. Hard to say if they're going to power through or not.
Look at Dave playing with technology. It's pretty sweet. Got a lot of people in here tonight.
Yeah, full house. Looks like Andy just kind of started and got going. So if this ends up hill, I might have to play the match for you. You don't want to leave me in here. I mean, it's not like we can stall from here, right? Like, all right, here we go.
I forgot I got to play. So our league team, Dave's on our league team too. He and our team is playing tonight in the house. So technically I have to play after this, I think. Is that still true?
One of us does.
Okay.
I don't think that we have 5 people here. I mean,
Yeah.
without us.
Yep. Good break. Made a couple balls, and he's got a shot. I don't like stripes just because of those two hanging out on the rail. That 3 ball in the corner looks good if you can see it. Can you see that 3? I think so.
Yeah, it's sticking out enough to make it.
Can he see the 5? I don't think he can. It looks like there's a hole there.
5 goes too. I think they both go.
3, 5, 1, 6, 2, 6, 4. 4 will be the last shot.
I'm shooting 5, then the 1.
If you can see the 5, I'd love to shoot the 5-1, but the 3 come up, hit the 14, and shoot the 5-1.
Runnable rack for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Dig it. Love it.
And Robert's taking his time. I noticed the difference between the two. Robert's just a little bit more deliberate today. I don't know if he is in general, but today he's taking his time a little bit.
Yep.
As he should. I think that's...
Well, yeah, I don't care who you are. Extra
Yeah.
$1,000 in your pocket.
Yeah.
That'll help
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Nice
We
combo.
played the combo.
Nice.
That's why he took his time. He knew that he was going to be not only making the tough shot, but he playing shape. He looks like he got on that 3 again, in case he wants to shoot it.
Yeah, 3 to the 1 is better than 1 to the 3 here. The 1, I don't think he can hold it for, right there. He'd have to come at that strike ball. So I think you just you're either going 1 to the 2 or trying to go right between the 3 and the 14 ball. Oh, he went below it. Nice. Gave her some inside twist.
But he had good speed control there because he left the cue ball off the rail and still under the 3 for
bridge.
angle.
Yep.
And go straight to the 2.
I like that he walked around and looked where he wanted to be on that 2 too. Like, no, I want to kind of be right here, and a lot of players don't do that.
I'm gonna call it here. I think he's out. And this is what I was talking about early on: is get these guys getting the break figured out. Look out!
I won't jinx you, RJ, but I think you got a really good chance.
I think you're out. He's got to stun this ball. Now this is the hardest shot of the rack right here. He's got to stun this so that he gets his cue ball right between the 8 and the 11 here. Oh.
He's okay.
Okay, he can
He can
twist
put
this.
top left on this and get down there.
Can he?
Yep, he can. Because the 6 ball will throw a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a mass A shot. Yep, he dropped in and is looking at it right away.
Okay, so look out, cue ball.
Wait.
He got a little flat. So I think he was so happy that he had shape on the 6 that he may not have given that full attention there.
So this one I drive into the rail first with a little bit of twist.
He's got a huge pocket because of the 9. He could cheat it, like you're saying.
almost like you want to miss it a little bit just to get.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yep.
And
Because then the 4 ball will hit the end rail and come up, hit the 9. He doesn't need to get off of this rail much for that 8 ball.
Cue ball will spin a little.
Nice shot. How'd he hit it?
He didn't even use much spin.
No, he got off the end rail like a boss. He's about to possibly win his third game in a row, and I mean, Hill, isn't that? That's what we're about here at Slate Billiard Club. Hill.
It was 8-4, and now it's 8-7. Is that right?
I believe it is officially 8-7, and RJ is breaking.
Great out, RJ. That's right, Michael. Looks like Michael Heinen is RJ's buddy.
Great out, RJ. Great out.
Yeah, we got 96 people watching.
Yep, we were up to 110 at the most. I mean, now that it's Hill, I'm assuming, you know.
I think Sunday night will probably be a couple hundred people watching.
Yep, we had, last stream we had 240. And then, looks like we are on a player break again.
They're going to take a little break.
Got a 3-game lead. Ice the kicker a little bit. Love it. Can't hate it. I'm going to go to the corner camera here, see how much of Slate Billiard Club I can show you guys. We got, that's one of our boys, Chow, right there at the table.
He's playing a league match. Let's see if he's got, we got a little obstruction on the camera there.
So we got our advanced teams playing in the back there. This is Tuck in the yellow shirt. One of the most friendliest guys you can play in pool right there. Love that guy. He's fucking fun.
Earmuffs Junior.
There's always one. That's why I can't even put it on the deal there. So while we are waiting for the return, we will watch our various
Chow's
serious
playing
friend.
the 14 ball in the corner. No problem. Chow's got like perfect mechanics.
This dude runs triathlons, he mountain bikes, he swims, he runs, he jogs, he power lifts.
Yeah. He's got really good mechanics.
I would still choke him out with the leg sweep.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm a foot and a half taller than him. He would never get near me. I'll take the reach advantage on that little muscle guy. I don't think he knows jiu-jitsu or taekwondo, even though he's Asian, so I think I'll be okay. But he benches 350. I'm not. This guy is super friendly too. I can never remember his name. Pretty cool dude.
Looks like they're just coming back.
Yeah, we got one of them back.
I didn't think that fit by. It probably did, but he had to hit it perfect. Yeah, it looks like some of the people are calling me for 499 and under.
Yep. Yep, the 499 and under players are starting to come in, getting the matches done. If you are in the 499 and under tournament, call the tournament director, JD. He has access to most of the already scheduled times, so that'd be your best bet. Mike's just the commentator. He's not the tournament director for this tournament. But he will be throwing together a one pocket tournament coming soon.
Is that right?
Yeah, word on the street, there's an auto body shop that'll sponsor it, so we might have a good amount of money to play for. So if you're in the Twin Cities area and possibly interested in signing up for the one pocket tournament, that you can contact Mike or me for. Well, here we go. It's 7 to 8. We're going to 11. Slate Billiard Club. RJ's breaking. RJ's down by 1. He wants to get the break going here.
Eleven ball. Create a little cluster in the middle there. And I don't think anything went. Yeah, looks like he's going with solids here. 4 in the corner. Probably break those up, yep. And he's got the 7. 7 to 1 aren't as free as he wants them to be, but he at least got them loose. Now he could, I think he can see the 6. Let's see on the overview. That 14 might be frozen on the 14, so maybe the 6 isn't an option, but he can definitely shoot the 5. Well, he's lining up the 6, so there must be a gap between the cue ball and the 14 ball.
Pretty quiet in here. How's it going?
Yeah. There he goes. He went after it. Oh, and he nudged the 2 up. That's nice. I think might as well shoot this 2. You could always save the 5.
I want to give a shout out to Mike Pankoff for doing the streams and being the best manager Slate Billiard Club has ever had. So if you'd like a lesson with him, please call the Slate Billiard Club line. He does lessons during the day or the evening. You just got to schedule with him, and you can come in and see the place too. And he will play you one pocket because it's the best game. He will show you the secret to the L drill if you ask. That's my tip.
Well, thank you, sir. Looks like he got himself pinned on the 7 here. I think I made a comment a few comments ago about closing time, about him trying to finish. Robert said, I've got something to say about it. This is turning into a heck of a match. It still kind of feels like do or die, because if he wins this game, he's still got a strong grip on it. 9-7 going to 11.
Man, but 8-8.
Oh, yeah. And then race to 3 for
Oh
the
my
money.
gosh.
He might just shave the 7 here and go to the bottom rail and leave. You see there where he's gesturing with his hand, that's where he wants the cue ball to be.
Yep.
After he shaves the 7. He could even go a little further and come under the 15. He put his piece of chalk there. I said this in a previous thing. I've had a mentor that when I put a piece of chalk of where I wanted my cue ball to be, he didn't like me using a measuring device because that to him was a measuring device. So if I did what Brandon just did, he would get up off his chair and go swipe it, and that chalk would go about 100 feet across the pool room.
Get that out of here.
Yeah. It only happened once, I said.
Not going to do that again.
Okay. He accomplished his
He
goal.
almost hit his chalk.
Yep.
So even though RJ is only down 1 game, he only has a 29% chance of winning this match just because his Fargo is 7-8 points lower.
Yeah, that's all. That's like voting polls. Means nothing.
Well, no one told RJ that when he had a 10% chance to win this
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
He just keeps winning games. He's on 1-3 in a row now.
Now he could really punish him here and just play safe. It might be what he's thinking about, but I don't see a shot. The 11 doesn't go by the 12. Or maybe it does. A safety option here would be to just brush the 15 to the rail. Slow roll the 15 to the rail. Leave him a 3-ball bank. Or if he really wanted to give him no options, he could shoot the 15 to the rail and drift the cue ball up onto the 11 ball. It's possible that Robert's pace has slowed down to the point where it might start affecting. Oh, nice try. He was trying to play it maybe off the 12 there.
Didn't leave much other than a thin cut on the
No.
3, though, so it's a good,
Yep.
good moving shot.
But this pace of play might affect Brandon. You never know. I know that when I play players that
Sure.
slow it down, it affects me.
Yeah.
It changes the rhythm of the game.
Even when you're giving up 18-6. If you don't play one pocket, that's the spot. Just looking for a fair game. That's all I'm looking for.
So I don't know if he's going to cut this or bank it. If he cuts it, oh, he banked it. You can see how tough those pockets are, guys. That ball on new conditions in the middle of winter, there's no question that goes in.
He had to look back like, it is on the edge, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That should. So now RJ just ticks off the 15, Karam's in the 3 ball, and takes another pawn off the board.
Yep. 15-3 combo. No question. Put him right on the back of the 13 ball with your cue ball if you can. Just play a rolling inside English shot. And he's going to point to where he wants his cue ball, right? Hey, he's not going to gamble and come up on the 13. He's just going to leave him on the end rail.
Yeah, you can let him see a sliver of the 7 or a sliver of the 1. That's, it's not really going to hurt it. I do like the combo better than the Karam because then the 15's in a good spot.
Well, if Robert does pull this off, I know he and Andrew, a race to 11 in the final would be a long one. Because they're both definitely more deliberate players. This one looks like our over-under might be around the 4-hour mark. I think the biggest spot I ever saw in one pocket was 15-3. Parika in Detroit when I lived there. Parika was in town and he gave somebody 15-3.
Wow.
And it was pretty cool because you spot him up in a line and it was a bank drill for him.
Just banked him in.
Eventually
Banked,
they spotted all up and he just got into the line. He got into it and he would just bank like 4 or 5 in a row and then duck.
There's a video online of Austin Hill getting 18-4 or 5 against Alex, and he lost.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? You only need to run 4 balls? Yeah, but you never have a shot, and the dude runs every ball. So
Yeah.
it's like, so that was and I didn't see it, but I seen it, the video, and it was just like, holy cow. And Austin plays pretty good one pocket, so.
Is that a foul?
Nope, RJ stripes.
Oh, okay.
So the 7 is pretty jammed up for Brandon now.
Boy, that 3 is in there.
I don't think he can make the 1 past. I mean, he could cut it in the side, but
Yeah.
that's going to just blast stuff. But
I'm dealing with the 7 right now because he's outnumbered on balls, 6-4.
And even if he pushes that 9 over to that rail, hits the 7 and pushes that 9 over, now the 9 is, I don't know, but the 7 is no good. Hey, Dave, do you have an overhead?
7, you could actually shoot it past the 8 in the corner by the 5. Yeah, off the 9. Oh, wow.
Good shot. So now he's got the 1.
Yeah, he really maximized his potential there. Yeah, he's got the 1 to the 7 to the 5-8.
So, yeah, you do the 1, you roll it. Well, some people would actually draw this, but I don't like jacked up. I roll it ahead. Does the 7 go in the lower right?
I believe so.
So then you could go 2 rails, end rail, top side rail, and then kind of between the 9-8 towards the Slate logo on the table. See what angle he gets. No reason to go for the 5 now, right? The 7 is kind of, you got to get shape on it, right?
Oops. Yeah, I think 7's floating out in the middle of nowhere. You got to get it. I'm rolling forward about a foot.
It's going towards the 8, but that's kind of a good angle, good move angle. Oh, okay, no, that's a little tougher there.
Okay, now he's in a weird spot because he doesn't have a bridge over the rail to draw the cue ball or do something with the cue ball off the 7. He could. One option is that he could play safe. He could just nudge the 5 and try to use the 5 to.
Yeah, leave him there, yeah.
I mean, super aggressive decision here. He could bank the 5 back to where he's standing. If he wants to try and get out.
Only problem with leaving him right there is, I mean, he can play him safe back. He's got more pawns. And so, I mean, at one point do you become the shooter,
Yeah. Banking the aggressive bank back to where he's standing isn't bad because at least the ball will hit it at pocket speed, so it ends up near the hole. If he doesn't make it.
And nobody, I don't give out no spots in one pocket. 12-5. Maybe if you were, if you never played the game, and we were gonna play for 50 a game.
He tried the bank and he made it.
He made it.
And he's got shape.
Bounce.
Okay.
So does it go by the 15 now?
I think it does. No, it doesn't.
So he's got a bank again. Banks are open.
Yeah, bank.
Are
And it
banks
does.
open?
This banks, but it might clip the 15 here.
Yeah, and it might tighten up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he's observed that has banked some tonight, and
Yeah, this would be a highlight reel out.
it's a stop shot bank. He doesn't have to move it. Maybe draw it a little bit towards the 9 so you don't double kiss. But
See what he does. Yep.
perfect. It tightened
Wow.
up too. Perfect.
He learned them.
It did look like it was gonna go wide when he
Yep.
ripped it, and
Mhm.
then wow, he's shooting good, man.
Yep.
Shooting good.
That was a huge out. Well, I mean, he's got to make this 8-ball here, but that was one for the highlight reel. We've had about 10 shots in this tournament that I've seen are worth putting on a highlight reel when this whole thing's over. Nice out. 9-7. Looks like Chow's still playing his match.
Yeah, Andy's coming to the table. Andy on the third table away. He's sitting waiting for the winner of this match. This is the first night he's not wore his knee brace to work.
Really?
So I call pool work,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean we're checking in. We're going to work, But it's definitely good to see his leg getting better because he's got a battle where he's one of the ones going to Iowa with us. He's going to be playing the big table with me and Demi. Bunch of other players are going down to play the bar table stuff. Bar table 1 down in Iowa is a grind because they don't have a good AC down at Big Dogs, and it's just tough down there for that long of a grind. So let's see. He's been nailing this second ball break. He's been just nailing it.
Yeah, now he put 2 dark balls up front. So he's going at the 4 ball here. That didn't open up as much either.
He did get one.
He did?
You got a
Yep.
stripe in the side, so.
Could shoot the solids here, and if he wanted to solve the 3 right away, he could shoot the combo. I think that's available, the 10-3 combo. The 3, he doesn't need to shoot the 10-3 combo. He's seeing if it goes over there, and it looks like it does, so I take that back, shoot the 2, and go over for it. Just follow forward. Oh, stripes. Never mind. Now he could shoot that 12 ball in the corner, in the upper right corner, instead of shooting the 10, and just draw back and give yourself a better angle on the 10 for shape on the next ball. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
So it didn't sound like you believed me. So I got to set up a wrestling match with Chu. Is that where? Is that where? Chow? Is that where we're at? All right, Chow. If you're listening, I know you're not because you're playing. That's why I'm not scared.
Yeah, you talk a big game when he's not listening.
Yeah, I know he's out there and he can't hear.
Okay, so I think he's gonna shoot this 12 ball and draw back 1 more inch further or closer to the bottom rail than he already is. I'm wrong. He's gonna shoot the 10 now. That's why I kind of liked shooting the 12 first, because that 3 became an obstacle if he had, but he would have had to get perfect shape though too. Either way, it was going to be tough. Now this shot, we all practice this. I think it's one of the harder shots in pool. Just shooting it down the rail and cleanly pocketing it. Or the 11 ball. I was talking about the 12 ball, but it looks like he wants to try and find an easier option, and there isn't one, because he's jacked up on the 3. If he shoots that 11, that's just as tough or tougher. He's got to slow roll this. He's going to run into the 1 probably. Oh, he miscued, I think.
He miscued. Yeah. Dang. Yep.
I think he was loading it up with inside English, and it just miscued.
Looks like he's using the blue diamond chalk. Probably time to switch to Tome chalk.
Yeah.
And I'm not a spade sponsor for Tome, but if you know. And Dean, I know you play big table, but I knew you wouldn't want to go down and play a 9-ball on the bar table. But I'll make sure you get the memo for the next one. But yeah, these tournaments, the Texas Open that we are going down to play, sign up filled in like 2 hours or something crazy. I think big dogs might still have openings in the big table, but I'm not sure. It's not a matchroom event anymore, so it's Sunday night at 7 o'clock. It will be the finals. The winner of this plays Andrew Schlesinger on this Sunday at 7 o'clock. So tune in and like and subscribe. We'll be having a lot of upcoming matches. We have a $4.99 and under tournament that just started, and we'll be streaming the semifinals and the finals of that tournament as well. So RJ's back to the table. He's got some solids going. 8-ball is tough, but he does have like a 4-ball out ball to get there. Maybe the 7-ball could be his out ball. I don't know. I think I like to end with the 4, and I think there's not any balls close enough to really move the 8, so we're gonna have to play shape on it.
It looks like he's getting on the 1 here. 1 in the side, 7 in the side, 4 in the side, 3 last, or I guess
What
1,
about
1 7 3 4.
What about 1 3 7? Does he have enough angle to come down a little bit? Maybe stun it towards the lower left corner a little bit. He's pretty straight.
I think he's just gonna stop it or roll up about 2 inches for the 7.
Nice. And see, I still shoot the 3 here. I come up in between them both, getting shape on both balls. But
That's pretty steep, though. That might run to the 9.
copy that. So 4 to the 3, then the 3. What is he going to play? The 8 off the rail, off the 14, kind of? I mean, what are we doing on the 8 then?
I think he's doing what you originally said. He's going to get
Okay,
an angle
so
on the 4.
Again,
Now,
he's
he's
still
too
steep.
steep, yeah.
He's too steep, yeah.
No, he's not going to be able to stop this ball before the 4. He needs to stop right about where the spot is, just above the spot,
Yep.
and I don't think he can hold it for that.
Even with check, he can't, yeah. We're about to find out.
See, it's gone.
Oh.
And now he's
now-
got to swing at this and just cut it in the side and see what happens.
Do you put draw on this and try to draw it with English into the end rail, or do you try
Let's
to
see
like
the upper view.
thin it all the way through?
He can go to the side rail first.
So on
So
the
you can-
camera, the upper left rail
Yeah.
hits that 3 rails around.
Yep. He could even load it up with loaded right English.
Right, because he wants to be close to the 9 on his way by to get. Yep, I'm with you.
Well, he might be going to the corner.
Is he banking it? He might be banking it.
He went to the corner. Nice shot. Now he's got a bank. At least he's got a bank. Now he could kick this in or bank it in.
I think he's gonna hit. He's shooting it in the upper right off of the 14 ball.
Oh, you do?
I do. I don't think he banks here.
You are correct, sir. He's lining up. He's going to
See,
play it
'cause
into the rail.
I'm closer to their skill level than you, Mike. So I kind of know what they're. That's why I'm here. That's why you keep me here. Because you're probably thinking of the correct shot. We're thinking of the shot. It's like
Well, this shot is makeable. However, it's
and
It's
he
very
maybe
difficult.
he plugs the pocket, but like he's down, man. He needs a score here.
the softer you hit this, the more the pocket will receive it.
The ball more. This one's doable. It's a rolling shot.
Yep. I almost like jacking up and drawing because then it'll have a rolling effect on the 8.
Correct.
Oh, he split the wickets.
Good leave, though, RJ. Make him earn it. So now, stop shot the 9, and then, or maybe roll ahead so you have that angle to go break it out with the 15 ball. I don't think he has the angle right now. Yeah, the 12 ball. I don't think he can get an angle on the 9. The 9 looks like it'll lead him away from the angle he wants. Huh, what do? You can tick off the 9 and just play safe. I don't know. Can't cross bank the 12. It looks like a double kiss.
I think the shot is to jack up, shoot the 9 in the corner, and draw back for the 11 in the side.
Okay.
And hopefully you get a perfect angle to come over and tickle that 14. That was good because he played safe at the same time. It was a good two-way. The only problem is he doesn't have a way of breaking out that 14 with the 11. So now he's got to solve that still. Could shoot the 12 right now as opposed to the 11. Try to get on that angle I was talking about for the side pocket so that you could break out that, but then you're saving things for the end. Be nice if you could break it out right now. Go pound this 12 ball with follow inside English and go 2 rails into the 14, the bottom of the 14. Nope, he's going to shoot the 11. Oh, I had no idea he had an angle. That was an incredible shot, and that one was for the highlight reel as well. Great shot.
Nice.
Boy, that last game where he banked out was incredible. Nice shot there. Routine out here now. Well done, Brandon. Okay, this is going to put him on the hill. It'll be 10-7. And Brandon really, he's never run away with it, but had a steady lead. They were trading back and forth game for game in the beginning, and then he finally got a 2-game lead, and ever since he's been holding it. But Robert almost came back and evened it. Got 120 watching now, Dave.
They were all hoping for a hill match.
Yeah. It's a good little Tuesday night. We had a busy night here at Slate. We're in St. Paul, Minnesota. We got $5.99 and under coming to an end. Sunday night, Andrew plays the winner of this for the finals. Andrew Slosher. And it looks like Brandon Forar is...
And Brandon was asking about, how much Slate membership was and stuff, but maybe he figures he's just going to win his way because you get a chunk of cash, you get a T-shirt, and you get 3 months Slate membership if you win this tournament.
Nice.
So maybe we get to see Brandon around here more often. Maybe he thinks he can get to the finals.
I think he has a little bit of a drive, right?
Yep. He's cleaning the cue ball.
Mankato area, maybe.
I'm not sure. I know RJ is from St. Cloud. I am not sure where Brandon is from. Good break.
Mm-hmm.
RJ is from St. Cloud. His name is Robert Jodsaas. Jodsaas.
Jodsaas.
I hope I didn't butcher that, Robert. I'm sorry. Thanks for saying the stream is nice over here at Slate. We were hoping for a hill. RJ has won 3 games in a row during this set, so it's still possible.
Yeah, what's cool about this tournament, you guys, we have players from all around the state that joined because it was a good dollar incentive. So there's people that have traveled from other, St. Cloud, Mankato.
We had a guy from Bemidji that ended up playing his match against RJ in St. Cloud in the very beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ended up losing, but he was willing to drive down here and try to play a couple of matches and then go back home. And it's kind of cool.
Looks like that 4 ball on the side is he's going to go with solids here. 3 in the corner.
Where does the 5 go?
5, he's got to get on this other side of it by where the 11 is, I think. Maybe shoot the 3 now and run into the 11 slowly. Shoot the 5 or the 7.
What about shooting the 3 now and running right at the 5?
Good.
I like you running into the 11 though, because you would have a lot of outs. The 7, the 1, you know what I mean? And you got to get to the 5 ball.
Well, what I like about shooting the 3 to the 11 is you really wouldn't hit the 11. What I would do is hit the rail before the side pocket as it's traveling, and that would bring it through the 11-15.
Yeah. Sit right up in that sweet spot,
Yeah.
and you could
Almost
get
towards the
perfect
9.
on it.
Yeah. See if he does that. That would be left English here. Or he might just be coming straight up to the middle, straight. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's going to get unlucky.
Ooh, he's gonna have to.
He got pinned
Yep,
on
we're
the
at Slate Billiard Club, St. Paul, Minnesota. We're right by downtown between St. Paul and Minneapolis. We've been open a while now. We have 9-foot diamonds and 7-foot diamonds. People pay a membership. It's a private club. We do have a little bit of public tournaments because we like to have people in our living room. So, and we like to sweat good pool. We've had a lot of hill matches in this tournament, so let's see if he can squeeze this by.
He's banking it.
Ooh, he's got the banks down now.
He's real comfortable with banks, and I think he's got shape on the 7. So
7 ball, run into the 14 to get it out of your way and shoot the 1 and put this baby to bed, huh?
well,
Brandon?
sometimes the balls are rolling right. That was pretty fortunate because he not only made the bank, but he found the only sliver for the 7 ball because he's hooked on the 6-1. So now he's got to contend with brushing this 14 ball because when he makes that, he's going to brush the 14. You almost want to hit the 14 full and play the 1 next. Come under the 14.
Yeah, if you can put a bunch of left on this
Yeah.
and kind of like get way under, you'll be good.
Yeah. Punch the 14 out of play, up towards the spot. Yeah, like that. And he held it. It's under the 10 still, so he can see the 1. Boy, like I said, there were a few breaking runs, and there's another one I think he's going to have here to close him out.
Well, and he's got to travel this 1 ball all the way to the middle of the table without hitting the 6, and he's golden, I
Yep.
think I'm just kind of like twisting this one right to the middle.
A lot of left English here, and just
Yep.
let the English propel it up to the middle. Yeah, see, cueing left. It'll
Just-
watch the measles spin. Yep. This is no hanger though for the money because he's got to make it. Or this is for the win. Basically, if he makes this and gets shape, he's gonna be in the finals on Sunday against Andrew. Robert played great. Oh, I don't want to say it's over, but I like his chances here of making this 8-ball. Well done, sir. That was a good out. That was a break and run again for a finish, right?
I think so.
Tough customer. If you're asking who we thought were going to win, we really didn't know because we're not
We didn't.
familiar with these players enough. I mean,
Yep.
we've gotten to see them a couple times. We just didn't know. Nice finish. Good finish. And he stayed down. Great shot. Well, Sunday night, we got the finals. 7 p.m. Andrew Slosher versus Brandon Forar. For now, we're Slate signing off. This $5.99 and under has been fun. We got the $4.99 and under coming up. So as soon as this final's over on Sunday, we'll start commentating matches when they get to the final 8 or the final 4 for sure of the $4.99 and under. Say goodnight to my mother.
Thanks, Mike's mom, for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. We will see you Sunday night, 7 o'clock. Should be a really good match. Both of them guys are playing good right now.
Adios.